What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny podcast. I'm one of your best friends, Greg Miller, alongside producer/seducer Nick Scarpino.
Hi.
You're wearing the shell jacket today.
I'm getting warm. I was
I was going to
cold,
say,
but
so you're going to heat up fast.
Well, what happened was I'm a little tired. So
From RTX?
A little bit, yeah. I just came in, got sleep last night, but I could use maybe one or two more nights. So I thought to myself, what would make me feel good? And you know, my comfort food is Diet Coke.
I know.
So I've had 5 of these now. And I'll tell you, I already got to pee.
We just finished the We Have Cool Friends with Brian Foster, which is why I will continue to drink bourbon. It was an amazing episode, possibly our best ever. Sorry, Josh McCougar, rest in peace. However, when we went back there, you immediately asked him, like, hey, do you drink Diet Coke? And I was like, what a weird question for Brian. He's like, no. And he's like, good, I'm going to have the last one. But I like that that's where your head goes. You're like, I'm going to hold on to this last one.
Just in case the guest comes to eat lunch. And I was like, I like to offer a diet beverage, potentially, if he wants to drink that with his lunch.
Yeah.
But he was like, nah, dude, I'm hammered on bourbon. I was
he's
like, cool.
not hammered. He could fly a plane right now. Sober as a bird. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
Over here, Forbes 30 under 30, a.k.a. the second best baby blues in San Francisco, a.k.a. the verified one at Tim Gettys.
Let's him host. I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
This is the best I've felt after a convention ever.
Cannonball.
No, I'm okay. I slept for like 12 hours last night. Like it might have been a record for time I've slept in 2019. It felt fantastic. I'm ready to freaking go.
You're in Spider-Man hands, kind of.
Speaking of airplanes, you guys are talking about this about like, being like sober enough to fly an airplane. Sure. I was thinking about that yesterday as we were landing. I'm like,
it was a rough landing yesterday.
Can you imagine landing a plane for the first time? It's like, okay, I've been in pilot school for who gives a shit how long.
Exactly.
Like, I need to land this plane. Like, I don't care how many, like, test things they've had, how many, like, times they've spun around in the astronaut
that's astronaut.
thing.
That's an astronaut.
Yeah,
Astronauts don't do that.
The thing where it goes like,
know?
this thing.
Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong.
Space
If a
camp?
plane spins around in a circle like that, you're dead. It's over. Like, no man's going to bring you back from that. Really? If you're spinning as fast, you'd have to get in the astronaut training machine. You got it.
Where your face is doing the thing.
The astronaut training machine, like, it goes slow too, you know.
But still, I mean, a plane spinning that circumference.
I mean, yeah, if it
spins
fast fast enough to rip itself apart, you're fucked.
Do they land, like, if you're a pilot of a commercial?
For the record, I love this conversation.
If you're of a commercial
I also like that you
airliner.
looked at me and you're asking me this question. I will answer to the best of my abilities.
Do you think that they...
Over on Shock Mike, we got Christmas in July. Joey Noel, she might have the answer for us.
Thank you.
Do they practice on smaller jets first?
Wait, real quick. I like that Joey did the thing she does when she's on camera, but off camera. Anyways,
Yeah.
do they practice on jets?
Yeah, before they land a big old plane.
Yeah.
Do they land just a private plane, or is that a completely different experience?
No,
is it if I can drive a car poorly, but I can. Could I drive a bus?
No.
You'd have to practice with the bus. I think
But
for
that's
the
the
most part they practice in simulators.
I
and
expect
then they
the answer to be
probably
yes.
Yeah,
They
no,
probably
I believe the answer is yes.
I'm surprised.
What? Then you could drive a
smaller planes?
bus?
You get a no. Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's my question. Can I drive a bus?
No,
No,
Tim cannot drive a
You
bus.
cannot
drive
drive
a
a
bus.
you
I'll go out there
Nick
right
could
now and throw
probably
a
drive
bottle at a fucking
Why-
uni driver's head. You ain't fucking
Nick, I
driving the
believe you
44.
could drive a bus right now if you had to. Gun
Well, I
to
mean,
your
I could
head. We're
do-
in speed now.
Are they still buses aren't stick anymore, are they?
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're all
Probably.
electric
So
now.
why can't I drive a bus?
What? Because you're just a bad driver.
Yeah, you're a
you
terrible
barely
I
drive a car.
understand that.
Quick
but,
time
like,
out. I've never seen another human being with his own car go, all right, Kevin, you drive it when we walk out to lunch and stuff. And
No, yeah, but
and
you
also,
drive,
I've
just
also seen the
parallel
Kevin, you
park.
park it.
Yeah.
Park it is the one. Tim, I love you to death.
Mm-hmm.
You are very good at a lot of things.
It's true.
Parking, parallel parking specifically, not one of them. Every time I park with you, I've stopped making fun of you for it because you just don't care and it's not fun unless you care.
I don't.
But we parallel park and I get out and there's a solid 5-minute walk from the door to the curb because you're so far away from the curb and you just don't care.
I don't care. I have a small car.
Kevin, at what point?
Has my car ever been hit by anything?
No.
No. Has your car been hit by getting too close to the curb? Every time.
Does it count when I hit other
Wait,
things
wait, the
with my
curb
car?
hit it or a
He
car?
hits the curb every time.
Oh, okay.
I like to make sure it's there.
Nice and snug. Yesterday, I'll
Make
tell you
sure
what, we're
everything gets all
outside this new
scratched up,
Korean
you know?
spot in the sunset, enjoying
We're going
ourselves.
tonight.
You know what I mean? Dude,
Yeah.
drop my name. Stephanie's our bro now.
Uh-huh.
General manager Stephanie. And if
Okay.
you look at my Twitter, all the chefs are on there now talking about it. Or
Exciting
Instagram.
times.
Anyways. Outside, though, we're out there playing the Pokemon Go because we're obsessed now, waiting for the reservation. And sure enough, this lady SUV, or no, I guess van, starts parking. The woman gets out to do the waving, and there's a kid in the back seat husband, you assume, in the driver's seat. She's out there waving, and she was fucking livid at how bad her husband was parking. To the point that when it was all over, I had to turn to Jen. I'm like, please never be like, let's never be those people. Even when we have kids and we're stressed out and we're sleep deprived, and the shitty kid's shitting and eating his own shit, and then Kevin comes over and he blows his shit in Kevin's eyes, and Kevin's got pink eye, and then I gotta listen to Paula and mini Paula talk to me about how her fucking husband and dad has shitty pink eye. Don't get mad at me that way. It's like, oh my God, never. You know what I mean? Never. Because let me tell you, these people were freaking the fuck out at each other. And it's like, this is a lovely Korean restaurant. Please stop being mean like this.
Was he like that bad at parking?
No. Her complaint, he was too close to the curb.
There's no such thing.
At which point, just pull off.
there
And
is
he
no
did
such
it, turned a little bit, went forward, turned back, and then came back and left. And then she was still like, no, further back. Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
There's a max, you know that, right?
A max from the curb?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
18 inches.
18 inches?
But there's no minimum.
No.
You can be on.
the
You can just be.
No, can't
we
be on the curb.
curb.
Can't
Yeah,
be
no,
on the
you
curb.
can. You can.
I
As
like-
long as you're not blocking a wheelchair, you're fine.
See, I like to put my tire. I like to hear the little bit of a rub. I know I've made it, right? In a perfect world, I am like a half an inch away from the curb. Now, you might say, Nick, that sounds crazy. And you might ask my wife next time you see her, does he repark the car multiple times to a point where it's almost like an obsessive compulsive disorder that maybe he should talk to his therapist about? You would be right. I do that. It fucking drives Danielle nuts. She's just like, she gets out now and just goes to the thing.
I gotta imagine there's a lot of things on the list that drives your wife nuts.
That's it. Just that one.
Really? From you? The
Remember,
touching, the
Nick,
pawing, the pawing.
Nick, remember when you kept waiting for her to sit down to ask her to go get different things?
Yeah, this is what my poor wife has to put up with. That was 100% true, but I forgot to tell you this story. I was waiting until after the roast. I ordered an amazing post review, and it came, and I was like worried that it was going to come. It was FedEx, and every time it says FedEx, you're like, it's crapshoot, 50-50.
Sure.
Maybe they'll be able to come, whatever. Finally it comes. She's like, "Hey, the poster came." I was like, "Great," because this is like the piece de resistance for your roast. I'm like, "It's gonna be great. I'm gonna reveal it. He's gonna be blown away. He'll probably know what's happening because it's Tim and he guessed it. Doesn't matter." I go to show my wife, and I was like, "Babe, check it out. It's the poster." Right? I'm like, "Take a picture so I can send it to Gia so she can see it." And she goes, "I will, but you're naked. You were standing there naked with the poster." And I was like, "Oh, I am naked." I don't know. I was like, going to get in the shower, and I got sidetracked. I was like, "I'm just going to look at the poster first." She's like,
For the
"I can't
record,
send you this."
I love this story because I heard it from your wife's perspective first, where she was like, she has her Diet Coke in her hand. She's like, and so yeah, the poster came, and I don't know why, but Nick was completely naked and held it up, and it was Tim's giant
Like
poster-sized head next to naked Nick, and I was like, please put on clothes. I don't want to see it like this.
Yeah. I was
love
like,
it.
if it wasn't like I wasn't doing it on purpose. I was just like, I was sidetracked
just
going to the
Nick.
shower, and I just wanted to look at the
You're
poster.
excited. You're Nick. You're excitable. It's very excitable.
I'm an excitable person.
Have you figured out what you're going to get tonight? Because I'd like to give you some recommendations. First
No.
off, chicken wings, fantastic.
Okay.
All right, you get a lot of them, but that's good. We like where our money's going, right? Second, well, not even second. The main course you need to get because they have the meat there. Obviously, this isn't like if you've gone to Korean barbecue before where you cook. Not the deal here.
Yeah.
It's a Korean restaurant. They make it for you. The pork belly there to die for. Get the pork belly.
Okay.
100%. You know what I mean? And then what's that? The
Kalbi
crispy
beef.
rice thing they call it. Oh, the goalie is good. Not amazing. It's good. I like it. I would order it again. But then the crispy rice thing in the bowl.
Got it.
What do they call it? I forget what it's called.
don't know.
Damn it.
Bibimbap.
Nobody? Yes, that's it. Thank you very much. You saved me right there. Yeah. The starters, when
ready.
they bring out the little kimchi's and the bean sprouts, all that's amazing. Yeah, last night they had quail eggs. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I was
So
very
that place used to be a Korean restaurant.
I know, and it wasn't that great.
that good.
Jen and I went there once when it was the old place, and we're like, this is fine, never coming back again.
Yeah.
And then this place, like I tweeted about last night, right? We went there twice now in 6 days, and 3 of those days we weren't in the state. So
Exciting
that's
times.
telling you how good it is, Joey.
I'm ready.
Well, can you go out of town again so I can watch Portillo so I can go to
Can
this
you just
place?
let us take you to a fancy dinner at this not fancy Korean place?
Great, sure.
You have to play Pokemon Go. You can't play Wizards.
No, it's a hard no. That's a hard no.
Greg, I'll let you take me.
Oh, you play Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Because you were one of the first
I got
Pokemon
it.
Go players I ever knew.
I got it. Right
It's
Because
rare
Kevin
that
has some
Kevin Corallo
morals.
beats me to a video game, but this one he beat me by 3 years. And now I'm obsessed. More on Gamescast. Because this is the Kind of Funny podcast. Today we're brought to you, of course, by Hims and Bespoke. I'll tell you about that later. First, I want to thank all of our Patreon producers, Mark Starvagi, DJ Kento, Kieran O'Donnell, and Sam Davis.
Did you remember to thank the Patreon producers on We Have Cool Friends?
I really hate him.
Kevin?
How much have you drank?
Half the bottle, man.
Kevin's having fun. Let him have some fun. Okay. You know what I mean? He's over there in Mission Control, driving the shows, making it happen.
He could drive a bus.
That I have no doubt. Kevin, I really do feel is like he's a learning computer. You could put him at any terminal, he's going to figure it out in the end.
Doing this motion just reminded me of
rap.
Hit
of
the
rap
wall.
music.
Thank you.
Mid 2000s rap music, Drop It Like a Hot, which then reminded me, the Drop It.
Luda. Yeah, Luda.
But then reminded me of the song Vans by The Pack. Got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers.
No, I don't remember that one.
Really?
Sorry.
How do you not know that?
It's really upsetting. Nick didn't know it either.
I think that's just where we've aged out of it.
Lil B, the bass god himself.
I remember Little B from the internet.
Yes.
He's
long
in
story
Oakland.
short. Yes, he is. Long story short, there was some tweets happening back and forth. Next thing you know, Cool Greg gets a DM with his phone number.
Little Bees?
Yeah.
Are they friends yet?
Sounds like they're friends now.
When? Did it just happen?
Just happened.
This just happened.
This just happened.
Cool Greg, let's call Little B.
Oh, we didn't do that. That's not.
I don't understand.
Let's get Cool Greg to tell the story.
Cool Greg!
I said it before, I'll say it again. Cool Greg, we're a solid 6 months to a year away from just losing Cool Greg. He's going to blow up. He's so cool.
What's he going to blow up doing?
Just going to be hip hop artist, Cool Greg, but with no hip hop. He's going to be the first hip hop artist to sell albums.
But I'm not a rapper.
But not being a rapper.
Wow.
You understand me?
I do understand you. I'm following you on what you're saying. I'm following what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool Greg, what we're calling Little B right now? Is that what I heard?
Nah, man, we gotta treat him with respect, bro. You don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, we're putting him on a very rated talk show. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's no more respect we could give him.
Very rated. What is it rated? What's
It's not high. It's not highly rated.
Team passing?
We have been rated.
What's the Cool Greg
How did this
story?
happen? How did you get his phone number?
So he put out a tweet today that said, "You are cool, Lil B." So I responded like, "Hey man, thank you." And then some best friends were adding on like, "Hey yo, thank you, bass god, thank you, bass god." Then he retweeted it, and I told Tim. And then I responded like, "Hey, anytime you're in SF, bro, you're welcome here." And he retweeted that. And then he DM'd me and was like, because I've DM'd him a bunch of times just saying thank you, bass god, for random things. So he's like, "Hey, thank you for all the DMs, bro. It's nothing but love. Here's my phone number. Here's my work email. Here's my email. For me, let's link. Let's do this." And I was like, "Fuck yeah."
There's no better time to link than right now. 12 minutes into a podcast.
Yeah, man.
Cool Greg, as your lawyer, I would say do not do this. If you would like to make a connection with this person on any personal level, don't let Greg call him after that bottle of bourbon.
We have Cool Friends available right now. YouTube.com.
I will say, if we can get this human being on before we have Cool Friends with Cool
That's a
Greg,
good
that'd be
idea. Hit him
amazing.
up. See what he's doing not Monday, but the next Monday. Because we have no guest next Monday. Or no, hold on. Monday's today. Next Monday is Trisha Hirschberger. Next Monday, blank. What can he do? Can he do it? You know what I'm saying? You follow me here? You see what I'm putting down?
After this podcast, I'll talk to Tim about writing an email.
Okay. Nah, just fucking call him right now on the phone, right there on the speakerphone.
Again, as your lawyer, I have to advise against that. Please.
My favorite thing was how there's two favorite things from RTX.
Yeah.
Number one, how uncomfortable Cool Greg was being asked questions on the Kind of Funny panel.
Great
Then
answers.
number two, by the third question, how drunk Cool Greg was. I thought he was like totally fine, and then he was gone, and I was like, cool.
We're not.
RTX.
We didn't film the panel, right?
No, thank God. Jesus
Thank
Christ,
God. It was a
careers would be
fucking
over.
shit show. My favorite thing was we got asked. We do Q&A at all of our panels, and the final question of the panel was, which robot would you have sex with? And Cool Greg's answer to that, which was the last answer of the whole thing when we were like, we got to end it, was the maid.
That's not the answer though. The answer was like, nah, man, I don't do shit like that. Like, nah, I don't know. But if I had to, it would be the maid from the Jetsons.
Yeah. The maid from the Jetsons, which I was like, I've never thought of her as being particularly attractive, but now that Cool Greg mentions it, she can get it.
She can get it.
She can fucking get it.
What is her name? Judy? Rudy? Tootie?
Well, I think we're
Judy-
missing a lot of shows
Mrs.
now.
Jetson, right?
Judy Jetson. that's
Judy
her name.
Jetson was the mom. I don't know what
Ruby?
the maid was. Kevin, can we look up the maid
I'm
from the
looking,
Jetsons
I'm
nude?
looking.
Fuck, this is going to kill me.
Type in.
Yes, do that. It'll just be without the doily across her chest.
Man.
Fucking bucket of
Wasn't
bolts.
it just the
When
skirt?
Joey said the brave
Rosie.
little toaster, that's when I
That
lost
was a
my
good
mind.
answer.
What was her name? Rosie.
Rosie. I was
Right.
close. I was close.
She got
She did have
got
a
that
booty.
dump.
I'm just telling her, man, she was not afraid of her sexuality, and that's what I appreciate
Nobody should
about
be. Nobody should be.
Rosie.
Oh,
Was that her name?
Lord.
You find some good nudes?
Yeah, don't.
Show them to us,
come
but not the
on,
audience.
come on,
Show them to us,
Cannonball.
but not the audience.
Cannonball.
I don't
You
like
put
this.
in.
I don't like this.
Oh my God.
Oh, I got the last one.
Brian Foster,
The
come
one
on
on the
behind me
bottom,
and
the
look.
bottom, the
Oh
bottom
my
right.
God.
No, bottom, like, second row,
no.
Kevin. Kevin,
I'm not
second row
clicking
left.
on any of
God,
them.
that's his daughter.
Second
fucking
row
him.
left, yeah. Oh, his daughter's not fucking him. She's pegging him, which is even
Oh,
better.
sorry, my apologies. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, he's got a little belly and a big hairy dong.
Oh, right. I
Jesus,
Very
hold on.
fucking
Before you click
dingo.
off, I do need to see Expanded. Thank
No,
you.
you don't.
Number
You don't.
5 over, which is, I believe, Judy Jetson all by herself, but thinking of the dog. Please click on it. I need to see
why
it
is there
expanded.
something- is
I
there-
need to see it
I don't-
expanded, Kevin. Oh my God.
Come on, yes, like that, Astro. And Astro's shit.
I guess they're not in America, so you can't.
No, it's
They
the
were-
future.
I mean,
It's
we don't
the
know where they
far-flung
were actually.
future.
They might be above us, but
Fuck,
you know,
man, I didn't think
as
Judy
Kevin-
Jetson was hot till I saw right there. You
As
know what I'm
Kevin
talking about?
likes to tell me though that the air is international waters. So if
what?
you're a
Kevin
mile
does
up,
say that. The
there's no
cloud.
laws.
The cloud. Yeah.
The air is international waters. Well said.
Were they not above the Flintstones? Didn't that get revealed?
No, they went back in time or some shit to the
Oh, okay,
Flintstones.
I see.
Yeah, they weren't in the same world.
That would
as the
suck if you.
Flintstones.
That would suck if you were like if you were the Flintstones and you realized the
I'm
Jetsons were
shitting in
above
a
you.
pelican's mouth, and then I find out this
like-
motherfucker's got a briefcase
I
car.
have to
the Star
fucking
Wars
physically
prequels
power my
versus
own
Star
car.
Wars. You're like, why do they have
aw.
cooler tech back then?
That would just. I would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why am I powering my own car?
with my
with your feet. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
well, but
Didn't
George
give you-
Jetson's up there getting fucking Rosie the robot to suck his dick, and I'm down here kicking this fucking piece of shit
this
dinosaur
fucking
out of my
show.
house every goddamn day.
Do me a favor. What I want you to do for the thumbnails, take one of those images and
Blur it
just
out.
pixelate the shit
Blur it
out of
out. Blur it
it.
out.
Be like, what are the Rosie sucked what? That's the headline. All
I'll
right.
tell you,
did
people
Rosie
seem to
Jetson
like
do?
people seem to like anytime we do anything with porn on this channel. So
very,
I think
very true. I
we
was
could get
looking.
some
I was
views.
looking at our most popular videos on YouTube, on Kind of Funny.
all
YouTube.
porn related.
And no, the love and sex stuff kind of holds down the top bit. Then it goes any in review that we've ever done that has a red background for some reason.
Weird.
It's very weird. And then right underneath that is 1 second the Overwatch porn. Game Over Greggy show with
Right,
Daniel
right,
Dwyer.
right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the Fast and the Furious? We watch them all. The live stream. Remember that?
The one that was like 8 hours long.
Yeah, remember we
That
did
was
in
like
2 parts.
15
That
minutes.
is that is somewhere in between.
See, I don't like you excluding that. Like that doesn't exist.
Well, it is. It technically is excluded if you search by popular for some weird reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
we
onto
know
your
it's
games.
there.
I'm onto your games.
But it's gone. It's
you
only
want
there.
to
if
you want to erase this channel's history, and I won't allow it.
It's
What the fuck is this?
oh my god! What is this?
Man, more Lacroix.
Did I get a birthday present
no more
from Lacroix?
Kind of late, Lacroix.
We got
What
too
the
many out
fuck?
there as well.
I'm gonna
You know,
open. I'm gonna cut it, but I won't.
They've
open
never sent me shit.
Real talk. I'm
It's
gonna
a
have
very
the junk
exciting
removal
box.
people come and get the rest of the Lacroix because we're not drinking it anymore.
it. What is going on with
we
that actually? Because
are.
people do want that all the time now, and it's just like, oh well, they're out there covered in mildew.
You just don't bring
Get
them in
it up.
because nobody drinks them anymore because Diet
Cool
Cokes
Break-
are.
wait, no, we are bringing them in.
better.
Nick, stop
Diet
making
Cokes are
stuff
better.
up.
I'm gonna do this part, and then you open it from here.
Okay.
Cool Greg.
Do you want to go over the top, Kev? Big Kev, Skycam.
It's off. You can't see it.
Oh,
Joey fucking Noel.
Whoa!
We got some Hibiscus Lacroix, baby. The new flavor. This is an exclusive reveal right here. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm going to read the thing to you what it says. It says, Hibiscus, Lacroix sparkling water, pronounced LaCroix, was developed to give health-conscious consumers refreshment, flavor, and sparkle with an innocent twist of 0 calories, 0 sweeteners, and 0 sodium. The innocence of naturally essenced LaCroix has propelled it to America's top-selling branded domestic sparkling water. Hibiscus will soon be available nationwide. Enjoy our finest LaCroix ever. LaCroix team, XOXO, hashtag live LaCroix, at LaCroix water, 0 calories, 0 sweeteners, 0 sodium, innocent.
It's actually
Those are nice. Those are nice
Look at
glasses.
this. Look at this can-shaped towel.
That's fucking awesome.
All right.
Oh no, it's got it does have the cut at the top. Yeah, all right.
And then we can join the Sparkle Squad now. Oh my god, Nick, I love you.
Papplemoose. LaCroix.
Sparkle with us.
Hashtag. Oh, that would have been cool if it was hashtag Let's Him
Oh
Host.
yeah,
but
Gia's
they
gonna
fucked
love
up.
this.
That's amazing.
large-
She'll sleep in that.
I was gonna say she can turn into a full blown
I'm gonna
dress.
say this. I'm taking this with me as my
Starbucks
straw
straw?
from now on because I'm so tired of
my
these
God.
fucking
These
paper
cups?
straws. That's cool.
And then you got
I'm
it.
so excited about this
You
new
can do a
flavor. We
taste
get the new
test.
stickers. This is exciting. Now here's the thing. They know me very well. Sunscreen.
Wow.
This feels very personalized.
It does.
Very personalized. We made it cool, Greg. We got some stickers for you.
Oh, it says Lacroix. I couldn't tell what it said.
All right, now here's what I'm gonna
I'm gonna
need you to
drink
do.
bourbon
Cool,
out of
Greg.
it. I'm gonna drink bourbon out of it.
Do it.
I'm gonna need you
Yeah, suck a lot
to
of
put
yourself.
2 of these in the freezer, okay? For just a little bit, and then I'm gonna need you to get them out again later and bring it to me.
Are we gonna use these?
Are you the only one that wants one?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I'm fine. I got
Are they
bourbon.
great? Fantastic.
The glasses look great on you, Nick.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
gonna say that right. If you're
know
a
what?
podcast listener, you fucked up. Flip the car over. It's over.
Here's what I'm saying. Pause your podcast and go watch a fucking YouTube video because I look amazing. Because I remind myself right now, that's right, of Wendy Peppercorn.
Yes, you're right.
Ooh.
Not the Lolita poster.
Is that what it
Well,
was?
no, she wasn't Lolita.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wendy Peppercorn, man.
Saying a lot, man.
Dude, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where she's on there, where she's like licking a lollipop with
Yeah,
these glasses
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, that was me. I forgot about that one. Yeah, sorry. That's my iced coffee. Yeah, I put an iced coffee in there when.
Let's say it out. We'll drink it in about 4 hours. But
Cool, great. Did you forget about this one? Walking in with it upside down.
For the record,
just let everyone know.
when Brian W. Foster showed up and said, We have cool friends today. It's going to be the best episode of all time. Let's drink a bunch of bourbon. I was like, cool. I'm already a third of the way through this iced coffee, so I better freeze that bitch and I'll have it later.
Damn,
Yeah.
Kev, good.
So I'm
call.
ready
That was
now. Now when I
Lolita.
want it, it's there for me tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? That's smart.
You guys have no idea how legitimately excited I am that Lacroix sent me the new flavor. Like we fucking.
When's
made
it come out?
I don't know. I've been waiting, anticipating this highly anticipated release date.
No release.
Do you
date
think
on
that if we were super LaCroix fans, they'd come get the rest of that LaCroix and just take it back?
No, probably
Okay.
not.
Nick, people are still drinking that. You just
Kevin,
don't
Google
notice it.
Wendy Peppercorn. And see if she's wearing red sunglasses
And
or if I
then
just made that up.
just for science in Rule 34
No,
or whatever.
no.
Yeah. Google
No.
Wendy
Rosie
Peppercorn, Rosie the Jetsons robot.
robot. Both.
Just so
Google
let me
that.
see what happens.
So yeah, you guys were
There
wrong
she
with
is.
that.
Oh, yeah,
she's
she
wearing a
did-
red.
you're right,
She's wearing the
you're
red swimsuit,
So
but a white
I
glasses.
killed it and you guys suck.
You did, and I had a huge crush on her, and I think I'm her age.
Look at that
so,
rose all day. They
You know, who
have to
knows?
do it.
Maybe wife number
Wow.
2.
Wow.
You got some cool stuff in here.
They did it, man.
I think Gia probably doesn't regret getting engaged because she's
No.
like, I understand now.
She's
This is my
finally-
life now.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Now
be
do
stoked
the
about this.
Rosie thing I was asking for. Wendy Peppercorn, Rosie the robot, nude.
Yeah, about the same age.
Oh, she's older than me. Same height though, right, Kev?
Go back, Kev.
Yeah.
I hate you.
What do you
Kevin?
want? What? I'm
I
not
don't-
looking up.
Just
Kevin,
look
I
it up.
don't mean to
Just
be
look
like
it
this,
up.
Kevin, but you're our employee and we're asking you to do a very specific task right now.
It's
all
against
right?
the law, Kevin. You do not have to do that task.
Typing in Wendy Peppercorn and Rosie
Go read all the
Jetson.
California employment rules we have in the back room and come back, and if one of them is don't Google
Cool, Greg, you
two
don't have-
fictional characters fucking is on there. I don't think
not
it
on
is.
there. I've
they
read
also
those.
have to be fucking. It wasn't just Google the 2 names.
Well, that was
Let's
implied.
start
Kevin.
there and see if anybody else has done this yet. And then if not, everyone go to Deviant Art and ask your favorite Deviant artist to make this dream come true.
Be an
don't.
artist.
Man, the Jetsons was cool. Look at that.
Was it?
style. Yeah. Look at that
Cartoons?
Cool stuff. That's dope.
I'll tell
man.
you, there's a lot of shitty cartoons.
Was there?
Yeah. Fucking Jordan Jetson and his wife just taking all his money and him, like, that was like a sad story. It's sad. Also, Judy wasn't a big fan. Elroy's only friend was the fucking dog.
What was the girl's name?
Judy.
What was the mom's name?
Rudy. I don't know.
The uncle's
know.
name?
Judy.
Tootie.
God damn it.
No, I don't. Man, do we have fond memories of the Jetsons? I think you have fond
The
memories because
Jetson
there was
movie
nothing
was
else
dope.
on. Oh, here we
The
go.
Jetsons
Not as good as the
were cool.
Flintstone movie,
Here we
though.
fucking go.
The live action Flintstone
The
movie.
movie.
I would argue it was much better than the live action Flintstone movie.
Have you had a
The
movie made
live
of your
action
life
movie
yet?
that mattered was Brady Bunch.
Wait,
'Cause
did
those
you say
movies
of
were
your
dope.
life?
Yeah. Has Greg had a movie made of his life yet? Because he's talking shit right
Great
now.
point.
was-
It's a great
the
point. I
live-
do believe you promised to make one about how weird I was, and you never did.
I do.
Jane.
I want to give a special shout out to Barrett and Alyssa. This is a non sequitur, but here we go.
His tummy hurts.
His tummy did hurt because we did a lot of drink over the weekend, and his
Tummy hurt,
liver
drink.
hasn't quite died to the point like ours has yet. But we had a fun night. We went to go see Achievement Hunter live at RTX. That was the first night we were there, right? No,
Thursday.
Friday night.
Thursday.
It was Thursday night. We all go out. We're sitting in this cool little private lounge. And we're having a couple cocktails. Joey might be on the Paloma train still. Maybe Uncle Nick was
Chew,
too.
chew, baby.
Actually, I
Great
think Joey was on
train.
the beer train. No, you were on the wine train, sparkling wine train.
There's been a
'Cause
lot
the
of
Paloma
trains
was
this
fucking
weekend,
terrible
man.
there. And no offense to the Moody Theater, but don't ever try to pass off a skinny Paloma like it's a real Paloma to me, sir and or man. who
Maybe
made
just
that.
order a real Paloma.
It was gross. They use like bad mixtures. You know, like when it's just a run of the mill
just go
bar.
back to the store.
Then it doesn't matter. We're drinking, right? And I'm having a great time. I'm on a level that that very few people have ever been on before. And I
Have I been on
shout
one?
out our battle cry, right? While we're drinking, which is cannonball.
eat ass. Oh,
That's
okay.
right. We do eat ass too. And I go cannonball. And everyone goes, cannonball. And we're all hammered, cannonball. And Alyssa goes, what's cannonball? And then everyone answered her question with this. Cannonball. She goes, I don't. It's not an answer to my question.
Did she cannonball in the end?
She cannonballed in the end. Yeah, she figured it out. She got on the cannonball train. Cannonball. I tried to explain to her in a drunken mess that it's from. I was like, it's this great part
In
from
Caddyshack, where they
Caddyshack.
drink two different things, where it
Yeah.
isn't just drinking what you have.
No, it's just cannonball.
Man, what a lovely weekend RTX was.
It was.
Sure was.
You look like Steven Suptic right now. I want you to know that.
or Barrett.
You look
You
like
gotta get a
you're
little taller,
Cap
a little
in disguise.
more of a wanderer.
when he has the jacket on and the hat.
Sure,
That's what
yeah,
you look
yeah.
like.
Don't want to go too much into airplane or airport stories because those are never fun. But a quick one I do have is we had all types of issues because of Portillo the dog.
Okay, first off, I don't know what you're talking about.
Trying to get on.
Porty had no problem with you.
Get in because we couldn't check in because we were on the same reservation.
This is
as
going or coming?
both, but it was Greg, Jen, me, Gia that were on the same reservation. It was coming back that it was a real issue. So I go in, we try to figure it out. And I immediately tried checking in, and it was like, you need to go see people for assistance. I'm like, well, this is great. So I go over, wait, start talking to the person, and I'm just like, hey, I already know what the issue is. We just need to sign in. Somebody on our
Flight has a dog.
Flight has a
Or
dog.
reservation has a
it's
dog.
not us. So can we just figure this out? And they're like, cool. It says you have a dog. I'm like, I don't have a dog. Someone else on my team does. It's Greg Miller.
They're like, let me give you a
Cool.
cavity search. I'm looking for this dog.
And they're just like, are you sure the dog isn't yours? I'm like, the dog is not mine. The dog is with Greg Miller. And she's like, did he check in yet? I'm like, I don't know. I am here.
Yeah.
with Gia. Can we check in?
Yeah.
She goes, cool. You said Gregory Miller. I'm like, yes. She was like, I don't have a Gregory Miller here. Gregory James.
Terrorism.
And I was like, yes, it is Gregory James. Gregory James Miller. She goes, okay, cool. The dog is under your name. I'm like, no, it's not. The dog is under Gregory James Miller. And they're like, cool. There's a Gregory James Gettys. I'm like, there is a Gregory James Gettys on this flight with us.
Different person.
It is not him. They are different people. He is my brother. The Gregory James are both of their first and middle names. I see how this could be confusing, but I am telling you, the dog is under Gregory James Miller.
Like either way,
There is no Gregory James Miller. I'm like, okay, well, there is.
you're like,
What
how
the
did
fu-
you know it then?
I know, just like, what is happening here?
Yeah, this is-
Eventually, they just were like, oh, we're just gonna bring your shit and let us go. I'm like, cool, thank you.
What I did was walk up to the Premier Land because I'm Premier now, and United. I walked right up there. I said, "Hey, here's my dog. I'm Greg. This is my wife Jen. We're on separate reservations." Opened the app, saw that when I put Porty on there, and then also missed my flight, it broke me into a separate reservation where you and G were on one. I had mine, didn't have Jen's. Showed her mine. She's like, "Okay, cool, no problem." We see the dog. Jen showed her hers. Here's the thing. They said, "You know what? Come on right through here." They took us through a back way. We didn't have to check in with anybody. It was great. Got right through.
There you go.
I will say
You should be silver. You should probably fly more. You know what I mean? Because it's great.
I'm not a fan of the we all are on one reservation check-in because it has not worked out that well so far. I get a text from my wife the day before we're supposed to leave. Hey, I got the link for United to check in. It opened up the app, and the only tickets I see are like Greg's and Joey's. And so I was like, no problem. I'll open up my side because I'm sure it'll work better here. And I open mine, and I see mine and Joey's. And I'm like, oh, fucking A. Why does this not? And then once you check in, you see everyone's ticket. And I went to United, and I pulled up one of the 50 tickets that we had. I thought it was mine, right? It went away. I opened the app up again, pull up the same ticket, boop, buzz in. I'm in like seat 32C. My wife goes to buzz in, and it honks at her. It's like, ah. And the woman's like, oh, let me see your ticket real quick. Looks at it. She's like, just go ahead. And then I realized that what we had done was I had accidentally opened up my wife's ticket and checked in as her, right? And then she tried to check in again, and the woman at the counter was so blasé about it. She was like, who cares?
Checks out.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just go. So I would have not
Again,
given
I had a
flight.
similar
And
situation
then I was
flying out
behind
here.
Danielle and tried to check in as Danielle. Or behind you. Whatever. There's like 4 people that tried to check in as Danielle on this flight.
The ticket just kept coming up as my wife. It was fucking weird. The app needs a little bit of work, United, is all I'm saying.
I had a very similar situation where when I took the flight that I had to rebook because I missed my original flight because of alarms, not because of me. I got up there and they buzzed me and they're like, oh, here you go. You've been upgraded to first class. And then Jen hadn't been upgraded to first class. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry about this. Like, we're so sorry, sir. We thank you for being a premier member. You have to go talk to this person to get back to your old seat. I did it. Still had a lot of great legroom. It was fantastic.
You turned down the first class to
Hell
sit
yeah,
with
I
Jen?
did. Yeah.
Not
You
a
have a-
chance in fuck.
Have
I
you
would
met
do
my
that.
wife? She barely understands English.
I'm going to tell
She
you
keeps
this.
going to me going, home, me go. And I'm like, no, you don't understand the language.
Yeah.
Canada.
no, you don't
Canada.
understand the language, babe. Don't listen to everybody. Here's a baguette.
Help.
Here's a baguette.
Captive. Captive. Slave. Captive.
Too far, Nick. Too far.
Prisoner in America.
Committing to it.
Prison boss.
I'm the boss.
No, I'll tell you how that situation would have shut down in the Scarpino household.
She would have taken it and been gone.
Oh yeah,
Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
She would have taken it and been gone.
If Nick got bumped up to any first class flight and it was, hey, you can fly first class or sit back in economy with your wife, man, my wife would be enjoying that first class flight. Tell you that. And somehow it would have fucked me to the point where I still would have had the middle seat in economy, but she would be up first class. 4-hour flight, she would have loved it. But honestly, to be fair, I would have given it to her because she's taller than me. I don't need the first class.
That's the thing. Gia can curl up and
Yeah.
fall asleep any seat, no difference to her. She's gonna knock the fuck out. If she's in first class, she'd knock the fuck out and not enjoy it. I'm gonna be awake the entire damn time.
Yeah.
Needing my leg room.
Yeah.
First class would be great.
It'd be great.
For sure, yeah, that was the thing of, again, the flight out there, economy plus, it was fantastic. Good job, United. Flight back, we sat down in the old economy seats, 30, way back in row 30.
Yeah.
And Jen immediately was like, these are smaller seats.
horrible.
And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck do you know? You're not drastically overweight and over tall. You don't know what this is like. You don't know what this life is like.
Over tall.
Over tall.
What do you call it?
Just
This is a
tall.
curse.
I call it
I don't
officially
like
tall.
being able to see the dust up there that Kevin has no idea fucking
He's
exists.
a monster. Kevin doesn't know. We don't know. I'll say this one time
That
I
was the
sat.
saddest Kevin laugh I've ever heard.
I had a flight where on the way there, I don't think it was that I sat in a better section. I just think that plane model had more leg room.
Sure, that's a big fear, too.
I distinctly remember thinking, it's too far away. The seat in front of me is too far away. I don't know what to do with all this space. Because I start getting anxiety. Okay, and here's why. I start getting anxiety that they're gonna make me take my bag from the overhead and put it in my in the little area where my feet go. I don't like that. Like, sure, you got so much room there. Put the bag in the thing. I'm like, no, that's my bag. It's my carry-on.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Hate it.
No, you don't want that. Nobody
Don't
wants
want
that.
it. I will say we're climbing the ranks though. All right, I'm boarding group 3. Eventually, I'll be boarding group 2. I'm
already
almost.
there.
I'm gonna
already
get silver.
there. I wish I
I'm
could
gonna get
talk
silver
to you.
this
I'm gonna
year.
get gold.
When I get silver, though, can we still be cool and like make fun of Tim?
Sure, that's
Okay.
fine.
You're
Did
gonna
you
get
see-
gold, you fucking son of a
Ah,
bitch.
fucking, I'm gonna get gold. Can't
You're not
wait.
gonna get gold
Dude,
Why
you
would
can already look at it.
Why would you make fun of me?
because you're not status yet.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't have
'cause
status.
I'm gonna beat you.
We're status bros.
So
status
quickly.
bros.
Status
Status
bros.
bros. No, we're
Status
interlock
bros.
fingers. Status
Status bros.
bros.
Where are you at with your
When the
status right now?
status
I'm like
bros
this
interlock
close to
fingers,
silver.
they are
Oh, okay,
gold.
you're gonna be
You see
there.
what I'm saying? That's what
I
it
got
is.
2 more flights before I hit silver. Like 2 more international flights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you gonna hit it, you tough guy?
Like next month.
Doubt it. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
believe it.
I need you to tighten the hat a little bit.
Yeah?
Just a little. Yeah, just let's go, Shondo. Because it's the difference between Steven Septic's like kind of depressed, sexy look versus my dad that just
can't
thinks that
tighten it. Can you
wearing
tighten
a Antigua hat is something he needs to do. You know?
Oh fuck! Why is it like this?
Throw it over here. I'll tighten it.
Hold on, I got
No, it's there.
He's got it. He's working on it. For
You're
audio
gonna-
listeners,
That's real tight.
Tim's wearing a denim Lacroix hat that this is hashtag
I didn't
long
put it through
live
the
LaCroix.
protector, but it's definitely longer now. Now
it's
you do
better.
have that weird tail, but
It's fine. But the front, my view looks better. That's for sure.
as long as you're happy with your view, you know that's
I'm
what
very
comes
happy with
down
my
to.
view.
This episode of the Kinda Funny Podcast is brought to you by Hims. You've heard us talking about Hims and how they're helping guys look their best, and if you haven't, it's time to see what they're all about. 66% of men start to lose their hair by the age 35, and once you start to notice thinning hair, it can be too late. That's why there's a solution called forhims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness, and more for men. Thanks to Hims and science, baldness can be optional. Hims is helping guys be the best version of themselves with licensed physicians and FDA-approved products to help treat hair loss. These aren't snake oil pills or gas station counter supplements. These are prescription solutions backed by science. Hims was created by a guy who knows some of men's health conversations are easier online than in person. That means no more awkward in-person doctor's visits or long pharmacy lines. For Hims connects you with real doctors online, which could save you hours completely, confidentially, and discreetly. You answer a few quick questions, a doctor reviews, and if they determine it's right for you, they can prescribe you medication to treat hair loss that is shipped directly to your door. Of course, Nick and Andy use this stuff all the time. They noticed their hair was thinning. They started reaching out. They're getting pills. They're getting gummies. They're fixing their hair just like you can. My listeners can get started with Hims Complete Hair Kit for just $5 today, right now, while supplies last, and subject to a doctor's approval. See website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went to a doctor or pharmacy somewhere else. Instead, go to forhims.com/kinda. That's forhims.com/kinda. forhims.com/kinda. Our next sponsor, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Bespoke. When you're constantly on the go, grinding away at the office or hanging out with your friends, there's not much time to think about upgrading your style or your apartment. That's why we all love getting a box of new awesome from Bespoke Post each and every month. These guys are out scouting for quality and unique products to send in each box. Now you can experience it too at boxofawesome.com. To get started, visit boxofawesome.com and answer a few short questions that'll help them get a feel for the boxes that'll best go with your style. Whether you're in search of the perfect drink, a well-kept pad, or jet setting in style, Bespoke Post improves your life one box at a time. Each box goes for under $50, but has more than $70 worth of unique gear waiting for you inside. The first of each month, you'll receive an email with your box details. You'll have 5 days to change colors and sizes and add extra goods to your box. If you're not feeling that month's box, simply skip it. From barrel aging kits to limited edition cigars, weekender bags, to classy DOP kits, which Greg Miller is not classy enough to understand, Bespoke Post offers essential goods and guidance for the modern man. Tim's been using this at home. He keeps coming in saying, hey, look how cool I look. And I'm like, you look way too cool for me to understand. He's like, that's Bespoke Post. To receive 20% off your subscription. It's true, Kevin. Am I wrong?
No, just say it again. That's what.
Bespoke Post. It's an interesting combination of words. To receive 20% off your first subscription box, go to boxofawesome.com and enter the code KINDA at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com. Code KINDA for 20% off your first box of Bespoke Post. Theme boxes for guys that give a damn.
The word that you did not recognize, the bag, those are toiletry bags.
That's what
bag.
DOPS kicks?
Yeah.
DOP kits?
Yeah,
Okay.
toiletry bag.
Bespoke Post. Box of Awesome. Enjoy. You want to get a happy review?
Yeah.
It's time to pick new Greg Miller glasses.
Ooh.
I, of course,
are
have
we
a
doing
Warby
this?
Parker box here. We are not sponsored like that Tim. Tim tried to get new glasses and then did not get new glasses and then got an eye infection 2 weeks in a row.
No, wait, let me ask you this question. You don't want to use the same frames as before, or you want new frames?
These are new frames.
You want new glasses? 'Cause
It's time for new glasses for
sorry.
Greg
Why
Miller.
is it
No,
so
sorry.
hard?
I don't wear glasses. I don't understand why you can't just take the lenses out of this one and get new lenses.
Oh, no,
That's
it's
my
not
question.
lenses. My eyesight is terrible, but fine. It's just, these are all like flip floppy and like the lenses are all scratched
Okay.
up. It's time, switch it up.
No,
you know what I mean?
because my wife goes like this sometimes because she gets prohibitively expensive glasses. The kind that you're like, why would anyone need to spend that much money on a frame? And every year she needs new glasses. And I'm like, do we need another pair of those? And she goes, I don't need them. I just look cuter in these. So I'm wondering, are you just going
Fair.
to look cuter in these?
Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, these are honestly Warby Parker and again, we're not sponsored, going to be cheaper than what I have. I have Gucci
Okay.
glasses,
Oh,
here,
yeah,
right?
no,
These are the
that's
Gucci.
cheaper.
You understand?
No, my wife
The
gets
first
the-
time Cool Greg ever met me, went, oh, Gooch. And I was like, fuck yeah,
Gucci-la.
Gooch. And then he carried me around on his shoulders for a while.
That's true. And you
We
guys
did
have the
whippets.
ceiling over and over and over.
All right,
again.
here's the
You're both
first one.
tall.
These are going to be Sugar Maple Fade. Joey, you're going to need to describe verbally what these look like.
Ooh, I can't
Sirens
wait for
are on
this.
our end for the audio listeners.
I'm real good at this.
Kevin, can I get a one?
So these look like they're black,
Stupid.
maybe.
They look dumb.
They're a little bit rounder and bigger than
turtle
Greg's
shell on the
current
bottom. Let me
glasses,
see.
I like 'em.
with a thinner frame.
No.
Too
You look like a wizard.
Too small.
for your face.
Yeah.
Now, here's my
They do
problem
kind of
with
look like
Warby
Harry Potter.
Parker is that when you got Warby Parkers back in the day, they all seem very small. And Jen was like, no, I assure you they won't be that small. And I was like, that's
Fun
what I told
fact,
you on our first date.
My head's too big for Warby Parker glasses. Doesn't work.
I told when my wife gets glasses, she gets the ones that are like Janine from Ghostbusters, and I
Hot.
call her Janine from Ghostbusters. And then I try to have sex with her, and she says no.
Now, here's what's going to happen, everybody. We're putting on the Whiskey Tortoise.
So these
Oh,
are
I
a
like the
tortoise
name.
shell
Good.
pattern. These are a little bit more
Oh, those look
square
great.
and look
me see.
over here.
I feel like it's.
Yeah,
They're
those
still
look
a thinner
These are good.
frame.
These
They
are
look
good.
These
pretty
got
much
approved.
just like Greg Miller
Yeah, these
glasses.
look like some.
Greg
regular-
Miller
from-
not looking to reinvent the image.
No, from the side they don't.
Because they have the little speckle in the
I like
tortoise shell
these.
coloring.
This tortoise
of
shell.
the
I
It's
like
not
glasses.
coming off on the cam, but like we're getting a lot of fun over here.
Yeah, these are a solid first place right now.
Solid first place.
Solid
Yeah,
first
I
place.
would agree.
Don't listen to Kevin. Kevin's just grumbling over there. I don't like anything.
Kevin would tell
Kevin
you to
just
get the
wants me to get
cool
LASIK and get a
glow
chip in me. I
or
understand.
the clear ones.
Let's put a chip in me.
I don't know that he can pull it off, Joey.
What, a chip? We can
No,
get a
the
chip
clear
in him.
frames,
Easy.
the
We just make
Anthony
them
Oh, no,
solid
I
like
can't
last
pull off
time.
clip. Clear.
The Corey Barlog.
That's the problem. Yeah, the Corey Barlog, the Anthony Carboni.
Carboni.
I even tried on at dinner at RTX, Nolan North's clear frames in the front, party on the sides, and it didn't work for me. Now we're looking at Benson Greystone.
Oh,
These are like a tortoise shell, but more of like
me see.
an army green
Now,
tortoise
see,
shell.
I like the color
And
of these
square.
better, but
Sure.
the other ones fit you. The fit of the other one's better. They're wider,
Uh-huh.
and I like that. But the color is cool.
These are
I-
fun.
I like the other ones better, just overall.
Yeah.
Okay, this is number two.
Number
Let me
two.
see these. I want to try these on.
These seem stuck in the middle color wise.
In the
They're not
middle
committing.
with you. God, Nick looks so good. You know what I mean? For real.
I mean, I agree most of the time. I did not agree with what I just looked over at.
If you ever saw Dana Carvey's Master of Disguise, Nick looks like he could pull off any look.
Turtle.
All right,
Here we go. Wearing glasses. See, you guys are missing out. You have all these bad eyes, but you get to wear glasses. It's so cool.
Really
So we're missing out?
Well, because you're always like, I don't want to wear glasses. So you wear LASIK, and then you leave your contact in for 4 days, and then your eyeball gets up and leaves.
Your eyes suck. We hate you. All right. So first off, to be clear, currently in the lead is Gilbert, Whiskey Tortoise. Because up next I have Haskell, Whiskey Tortoise.
These are 2 round.
2 round.
2 round.
Too Harry
2
Potter.
Harry Potter.
2 Harry Potter.
Little Elton
Yeah, you
John.
look very despicable me.
Baby, I'm amazed the way you love me all the time. I didn't see Rocket Man yet. That's one of his songs, right?
I don't know.
I hate you.
These
Is
guys,
it one of the Beatles?
they're automatically voted down. Oh man.
Don't take
Beatles
Kevin's
coming.
bit. I already have one of you to deal with on that.
I took a bit.
Baby,
I'm just gonna start wearing these
amazed.
glasses. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. I mean, well, if I gotta send back something for Warby Parker.
Nick, pop out the lenses.
Final one from
Good
this
humor.
box. Fletcher,
These look
Black
dope.
Matte,
These look dope.
Eclipse.
They have a little
I
white in them.
like-
They're
I
little
like
white. They
Black
look like a
Matte.
little bit of an Andy's mint.
They do look like Andy's mints.
Oh yeah. So
Oh, I
they're
like those a
black
lot.
square frames, but the edges are white.
Thank you, Joey. You're doing a great job
Now
describing
here's what I need. Well, they're not just white. They've got a layer of gold in them as
There's
well.
a gradient.
Ooh.
There's a
going
gradient.
on.
So I want to see those and number 2 back to back. Can we A/B test those, please?
We sure can.
And also, I want to try
Here's the
those
thing.
on
I
afterwards.
like these a lot.
I really
But
like
these
Nick.
are too
They're too cool.
cool for
Oh, okay.
Greg.
for most of your outfits. These are outfit prohibitive.
You got- like, when
you
you-
need to make sure that you're
These
For
wearing
the
are
record,
fancy glasses.
similar to my silver frames, I never wear except for prom that one time, and then I blew out my eyes wearing them the other time.
But like,
blow your
I,
eyes?
I feel like this with like your dress shirt look would work really well.
No, it's
But
super
these
fine.
these
Kevin,
don't
give me my
work.
one.
Does it require you to flex?
Well, he said it's about my prohibitive outfits. This is a standard Greg Miller outfit.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
It's
It's fine.
very close. You could rock them.
I think you could rock these.
Yeah.
Nah, this is like wearing dress shoes.
But he
with what
already
he's
has
wearing.
It's
his
just
other
maybe
ones
we-
for the
maybe-
daily, and then he gets these to be fancy.
Here's the
Yeah,
deal.
but that's okay.
You could rock these 100%. It's just maybe if you wanted to rock those, we'll just maybe the shirt, the jeans, and the
God,
shoes
you're such a
have to
sexy
go.
dad.
I know,
You know
let's
what I
make
mean?
out.
Like you're totally like the professor with your elbow patches of like, man, if you want to make this into an A,
Like, but oblivious.
let
Where I
me
was like,
into that
what?
A.
Like, where I've been divorced from my wife for a couple years. My friend, but my kids are like, that Starbucks employee was flirting with you, and I'm like, was she? Was she flirting with me? I'm
Totally.
oblivious, and I just care about my kids.
What women want season 2.
I watched that.
So we're back to these. These are these are number 2s that we liked.
Those look great.
Gia's friend fucked a professor and now they're married.
That's a real story.
Okay, cool. How old's the professor? How old's the kid?
There was a 10-year difference.
You know what, Tim? We heard
Is
a
it a
lot of
TA or
stories.
is it a professor?
We heard a lot of stories at RTX about
We
people,
did.
about their families.
I wanna hear 'em all.
about marriage.
Here, put these
We heard
glasses
a
on.
lot
and
of
tell us.
stories.
It's going in, man.
No.
He's got glasses on, Kev. I wish I could
We
stop
all
him.
have glasses.
I said no.
All right,
We're all
I
wearing
won't.
Just change the names. If you
That-
wouldn't have said Kevin, I'd have no idea what we were talking about. You
I
could have said
mean,
Phil
that
DeFranco.
Here's
So,
the deal.
It's
Raw-
Kevin's story to tell.
Kevin, I'm begging you, please. I don't know if you know this. I haven't wanted to bring this up, but the sponsors have been hitting us up. They're gonna have to cancel the
They
show
hate
soon
us.
if we don't get
They
a
hate
good,
us.
sexy story
They
about
said
a
we're not
throbbing cock.
provocative enough.
I don't want to tell any of these stories, and I'd like to add that I'm not related to any of these people.
Then why do you care? Change all the fucking names.
Because
You know
my
how to say
Red
that.
becomes Tom. Tim becomes Tom.
Honestly, names.
Everyone's named Tom.
We don't know these people. The names don't matter. It's what it is that matters. And
Tim, those glasses look really good on you.
Tell me the
Thank you.
fucking story, Kevin. Please, I'm begging you.
All right, some family friends got married. It turns out they're cousins. Okay? Are you happy?
Tell
I
him
need
what-
more
tell him
than
what-
that.
Tell him
That's-
what, tell him what
Tim-
the groom said when he thanked everyone.
Tim, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm turning off your embargo. Go.
I mean, let me put it this way: Kevin goes to this wedding, and
off your embargo.
it's him and his brother, and the husband of the wedding is giving a toast, and he's thanking his uncle for putting on the wedding,
Please don't tell me this is when they find out.
and his uncle was also his father-in-law.
So he said, "I'd like to thank my uncle for putting on this great wedding. Well, I guess also My father-in-law now.
And
He legitimately
Kevin's
said
little
that.
brother looks at Kevin, shocked and confused, and they all put this together at this moment, realizing that they're at a wedding of cousins.
Yeah. Now, the best part about the story...
To be clear, I'm not related to.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's
They
fine.
are family friends.
But here's where this
because
gets
if you
fun.
hear Paula's version,
Yep.
these are my cousins.
Paula...
And no one bats an eye.
So...
The Coelho family tree looks like a bunch of rose bushes.
Paula's telling
'Cause they're all
we're all having one final cocktail on the patio at the Fairmont, and Paula's listening to Kevin tell the story, laughing her ass off because Kevin's like, "That's it. That's the only people I know that are like this." Paula goes, "No, it's not. Tell about the other people." Kevin proceeds to tell 3 more stories of family friends that have married their first cousins. And when Paula first heard this, she was like,
Hold on a second.
"Is this like a Peruvian tradition? Is this like a
clear-
Peruvian
Keep
thing?
the
be
bloodline
clear,
pure.
It's not.
Like the Lannisters?"
And
Paula was
My
very much
friend-
kidding, but she was just having fun with Kevin.
But
It's very, very seldom that Paula can get one over on old Kev Dog, you know? Usually he's the one doing the torturing.
wasn't getting
Oh, yeah,
one
for
over.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Usually she's the one that we all go, we
All
have to
right.
say, we should save her. Like, should we save her now? Is this like
Somebody's
is
got
it,
to.
Is it a thing?
We've been waiting.
Or has she dug her own grave?
So they knew they were cousins when they got married?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there was, you know. Why do you keep pulling my phone out?
I'm taking it. I want to see what I look like.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, we've been talking a lot about cousin fucking
good.
recently.
Those look great.
Jesus.
Those look
And
Well,
the
is there
thing-
anything better?
The thing
The
with it,
victimless
though-
crime.
Let me try those glasses on, Tim.
Are you actually gonna make your
I'm not.
stand?
No,
Hold on,
I'm not
hold on,
going
hold on, hold on.
where you think I'm going. But where I am
love
going
these.
is
I
that
think
it
they're
is
cool.
probably people are gonna find out more than ever that they are fucking their cousins because of things like 23andMe and
yeah.
all that. Then there's the other side that people are probably fucking their cousins more than ever because of these sperm donor situations. So there was a contestant.
People are
on-
probably fucking their cousins more than ever.
There was at
least someone you're related to.
There was a
Stands to
contestant
reason.
on The Bachelor recently that one of his little like claim to fame is that he is the biological father of over 100 kids
Cool.
because of sperm
of
donations.
sperm donors,
right?
yeah.
So those kids are all out there.
It's a lot of child support.
You don't fucking know. Next thing you know, you're fucking your cousin.
Dude, real talk though.
I don't know if that's how it works.
but think about
nor
it.
do I
Think
think
about it.
statistically that many cousins are going to sperm clinics.
Yep.
What? No. The thing is though, like one person has 100. That means that if
Please,
a
yeah,
cousin
give me
of
the math.
if a cousin of that person,
Sure.
there's 100 people out there. that
But
could
isn't
be
it
their
once we get
cousins.
out of second cousins, we're kind of fine? It's clear. You're in the free and clear.
Like two
The
removed,
DNA's
I think,
muddled
is where
enough.
it goes.
Look, it's wrong no matter how many second cousins there are.
Wrong, illegal.
Kevin, for the record,
immoral.
you went there and gave them a gift, so don't tell me about what's wrong. It's like showing up on fucking. Hold on, who's
You
a bad
enabled
guy?
it.
Joe
Hitler's
Joey's waiting
at
for this.
Hitler's wedding and giving him a gift, and then being like, you know what, Hitler kind of sucks. Like, too bad you gave him a toaster. You saw these people trying to make a mutant, and you're like, here you go. Here's a fucking Eggs Benedict machine.
I have
kid.
no idea where this.
Poor kid's definitely
thread
not getting
came
into
from.
Harvard.
Her
But he's
parents-
having dough egg muffins.
Real talk though, like I have a buddy of mine who did the 23andMe thing and found out that he had a half sister.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
My aunt just came to visit recently, and turns out that it was my dad had an older sister, a younger brother, and a younger sister. Turns out in between, there's a whole other fucking person.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd they go?
That
White
my
House.
grandpa totally cheated on my grandma with someone else. We don't fucking know, but they found that out. And then my aunt found the other sister that they have.
Fucking nuts, right?
And the whole side of the family doesn't give a shit because like they're all dead. So it's like the
Right.
older people are dead, so it doesn't really affect them at all. But the other person horrified by this.
Oh yeah. Like but you would be, right? Like
Yeah.
it's such a weird thing that you think, oh, I'm gonna do this total innocuous test just to see what my genetic makeup is, and then it says there's like you get, I guess there's a setting you can turn on that says, does anyone share a specific amount of DNA with me or something, and it just pops up, and you're like, oh shit, I have relatives out there that are on my
been
bloodline.
fucking-
I have a
It's
half
crazy.
aunt. And
they're-
imagine if
and then
see,
you
I
go,
didn't
wait a
know
minute.
this.
You go, wait a
imagine
minute.
she had a daughter.
You go, wait a
Imagine
minute.
that daughter was named Gia. Like you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You have to ask yourself, is she Peruvian? Am I Peruvian?
Is it okay?
Are we
then?
cousins?
Apparently, that's okay culturally.
If we were in Peru, it'd be fine. It'd be okay. If my last name was Coelho.
Again,
it'd be okay.
Kevin, you went there and celebrated. Are you going to sit there with a straight face and tell me you and Spencer didn't put them on chairs and do this thing?
Yeah, that's,
You're going to tell me with a straight face you didn't fucking do that?
Yeah, very Jewish thing. Very Jewish thing.
First off, it's a good party thing.
Not exclusively
It's a good
Jewish,
party thing.
But it
you
is
ever
done
done it?
generally at the Jewish place.
Me?
Yeah.
I've never been carried around. I've never reached that level of fame.
Well, you got to, or wait. We've never been able to lift you. You're a big boy.
Crush some
You're
people.
a big boy.
Well, thanks for bringing me down a notch.
Okay.
I like these glasses.
Those are the winners. But those are the ones that you like. They're very similar to what you're wearing right now. I like the turtle.
They all
shell.
are very
They're
similar.
good though, but I feel like the tortoise shell it adds
It adds
some
a little
fun,
flair.
some flair, but it can go with your everyday or your
It can
classed
go
up
with that.
looks.
Yeah, that very worn out shirt you're wearing.
Now, first off, fuck you is a great shirt, and it's not that worn out. This is the second time
Shout
you
out
made
to
a
Stranger
joke in
Things.
the week
Well, you didn't hear
about
the
making
first-
fun
it
of my
was today.
fucking shirts that are worn out. No,
was
it was
today.
at RTX when you made fun of the shirt I was
Well,
wearing.
no, you made fun of that first one because you were like, "Hey, I think this shirt shrank a little bit," because every time you lifted your arms just a little bit, it showed your belly button. So that was the pride shirt. You gotta stop. You gotta stop
I
drying.
love the
them.
pride shirt. Sorry that you hate
wash
gays.
them.
You hate gay pride. I don't. I'm Greg
I will
Miller.
say the prize shirt
Great shirt.
shrinks. I'm having the same issue. I'm
Really?
like, yeah, I'm wearing it right now. I'm like, oh no, I don't like this. It
maybe it's
did
the
that.
But we'll
material.
keep
And
wearing it
I
because we
also-
love love.
I did hang dry it.
Hey man, people love people.
It's true.
It's true.
Some people like grapes. I was going. Okay, so I don't want this to be a deal breaker.
Some people love their cousins.
Peruvians, I hear.
Jesus.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Again, you're going to tell me you didn't put them on a chair.
Did you not put him on a chair?
Put on my check
I
out.
did not put him on a chair.
But you can totally see Kevin doing that, right?
By himself.
Fucking
like, come on.
Dress
Like,
shirt,
no,
dress
come on,
shirt
come
open,
on.
bow tie hanging, the wife beater he always wears on. He's like pushing people around in chairs.
He just
Kevin,
yeah.
for the record, this isn't an insult. This is you as life of the party. Next time I get married, I want you there. Pick me up on
He
a chair.
stopped listening to us.
No,
doesn't-
he's definitely
he hates
listening.
you so much.
No, he loves me. I take him to breakfast.
I like that casual hat you got, Kev. Is that you get that from RTX?
Yeah.
Now, I don't want this to be a deal breaker.
Oh God.
And it is in the vein of cousin fucking. but I understand there's a lot of jokes at my expense, jokes at my wife's expense that we love each other too much. We're too
Yeah.
much in love.
Yeah.
Is it a deal breaker if these are in fact the same brand and layout as my wife's glasses?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yes.
Fuck, she beat me
Because
to
you
it.
guys are going to
those?
look.
She does have these. She wears now the clear pink ones and then these also tortoisey shell ones.
You gotta go with something crazier. You already have the pair you have that are.
But they're all fucked up. They're all dinged up.
Let me
still
try
use
on the
them.
ones you're wearing. I want to see what I look like in this. No, not those.
I think you
want
should
those
get the ones
cool
that Tim's been
Get
wearing.
these cool ones, man. Don't listen to Tim. Here's the thing.
But I like
you
Tim,
get
and Tim's
this.
got style.
You get
No,
you
he
start wearing
doesn't.
these bad
What I
boys.
appreciate is the fact when we put up those Instagram photos of us at RTX at the signing, literally 90% of the comments on it were, "Why is Tim wearing a bomber jacket in Austin summer?"
That was hilarious. But you know what? I talked a lot of shit to Tim about that. I was like, Tim is 100 degrees, and he goes, form over function. And I was like, you're such an idiot. Flash forward. We walk into the main hall. It's so cold. I'm like, yo, Tim, let me get that jacket,
borrow
dog.
that jacket.
And
Nick
Tim
literally
gave
wore
it.
my
He literally
jacket.
let me borrow his jacket.
And then Joey was on her panel, the women of Let's Play.
Yeah.
And we walk in, and Gia was already there. And at some point, Nick went up to give Joey a Trenta iced coffee,
Which
because
was
that's the type of guy
Clutch
he is.
move. Clutch move.
And he
It was
walks up
sweetened.
wearing my jacket, and Gia's like, Nick's wearing a Tim-ass jacket. And later I was like, that literally was my jacket. She's like, why was Nick wearing your jacket? I'm like, he was cold. She goes, yeah, okay.
We're friends. We're
It was
friends.
cold.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but like, this is the first RTX I've been to because it wasn't that hot outside, I think. So I think my body temperature wasn't
Were
as
you
hot.
there?
No, I mean, it,
So hot.
So
no,
hot.
not nearly as
It
hot as
was
last
incredibly
year.
hot outside, not as hot as last year, and we weren't out for as it felt like as long.
Yeah.
That was all.
Last
it
year was the
super
one where you
humid.
walked outside, you started dying.
Last year was oppressive.
Last year's
Like,
when
it
I
was
ordered a hot toddy, and the
105.
bartender almost spit in my fucking face.
2 years ago, it was 105 when we were out.
That was hot too. That was really hot too.
Super hot.
So what I'm saying is those
Nowhere near
years,
as hot.
in those prior years when I was wearing shorts and walking around, and I was like, wow, it's actually like it's too hot out here even for me, and I'm a SoCal boy. Those are when you'd walk into the main hall, you're like, oh, thank God it's so cold here. But there was that one time where I'm like, it's not that hot out here. And we go into the main
not that
stage,
hot.
and I get a blast of cold air, and man, I get a chill. To the point where I'm like, this is embarrassing, but I have to find a coat. I'm an old ass man.
I don't use this phrase lightly. I had PTSD in the True Looks. Because you remember last year was the place where we went there and I was in pants and a t-shirt. And eventually in the middle of dinner, I had to be like, I'm going outside. I'm too cold.
Oh, I did it twice. I did it this year.
I was fine this year.
I walked out
Probably
this
all the
year.
booze.
They told me that we could put it up or down. You could have just said something.
And I'll tell you again, Joe, I told you at the thing. I think I said it on Instagram and everything else, but bravo.
Bravo!
Great job.
Thank you.
I don't know if the
Bravo!
listeners
Our
understand this. I don't know if the listeners understand this. literally since the founding of Kind of Funny and the induction of Kevin Coelho as Milk Mommy and employee. Kevin Coelho and Milk Mommy have been saying, please, for the love of God, give us a private room for Christmas dinners. And we've never been able to do it because we don't listen to Kevin. But you did it for this RTX dinner. And it was such a hit that Nolan North, Troy Baker were like, we got to come too.
Yeah.
Fareed was like, I'm worthless. I'm coming too. And we're like, come on in, Fareed. You know what I mean? Like, you killed it. Good job, Joe.
We got some logos on the menus.
That's how you know you made it. That's how you know you made it.
They kept handing me business cards.
Did you ask for the same waiter as last year? Because we got the same
We got
waiter.
the same guy. He was great. He was really great.
They just assigned me a waiter.
I'm sold on these glasses, by the way.
I like the
glasses.
ones that Nick's wearing. No, I
for
like the
Nick,
other
though.
ones.
Nick's got a much smaller head.
No, I like the other ones.
I'm a peanut M&M head. He's a
Try
regular.
the white ones on one more time.
Because
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
I think
Danielle
those are-
told me this weird thing about Europeans. And I was like, I don't ever want to be like this. Evidently, there's a new thing going on in Europe where couples are
Kevin, give me
dressing
the
like
one.
each other.
That's also a thing in Japan.
In Japan, maybe that's what that's what it was. Japan. So I'm just gonna say, do you want to be as weird as Europeans and Japanese people, or do you want to be a fucking American?
I just feel like
those look great. You should get those.
Turn.
Yep, these are my favorite.
Yeah.
more than the tortoise. Stay here, Kev. I'm doing this.
The other ones look too samey as your other ones.
So
Well,
same.
I like what I wear. You know what I mean?
Well, then
But yeah,
you
you
But
gotta
Jen
change
has
it a
those
little bit,
glasses.
though.
You're gonna look like a nerd that's dating his twin sister.
Hot.
I mean, yeah, I'd watch you
that's
two
not
have
like
sex
Lars and the
any
Attic
day of the
shit.
week and twice on Sundays. But
Oh man, I got a Patreon tier for that.
ooh, what's it called? Dinner and a movie?
That's no movie.
Okay, just the movie.
You just
is
watch me eat.
my butt movie. Fallout coffee. I want you.
You're gonna drink. You're gonna drink my
Yeah.
1/3 drink
I'm gonna
coffee.
drink it.
All right, fair enough. I can't stop you. How'd you like RTX?
I liked it a lot. I liked.
How
it a
did your
lot.
comedy night go?
It went very well. We went
17 comics is what I heard.
We had about 16 comics.
You told me before 17.
It was going to be 17, but Troy and Nolan had to do something else that day. So
Anything else? They just washed their clothes.
No, I think they ended up being on the
spot.
I think they ended up doing on the spot instead. I had apparently taken all of the talent from RTX
weird.
that night,
They
and
don't like
Rising
that.
Air was like, "What the shit, dude?" So yeah, Troy and Nolan ended up doing that. It was really, really fun. A lot of first timers. Gia Harris went up, which was great.
Gia killed it.
She did a great job. Tim went up and proceeded to do some of my material
Also
as
very
a dick
funny.
move,
About time.
which was
About
super
time
dick
somebody-
move.
about this?
Yeah, you told me about
It
it.
was really good.
It was really funny and took me by
Gia
surprise.
Lay the story on
did
it,
it
yeah.
as well.
So if you've ever seen Nick do comedy, he only has 4 jokes.
Yeah.
And does them all the time. There's the bird scooter one, and then there's the Uber one.
I should have done the bird scooter one that night though. I feel like it would have hit home with our.
It would have. There was a
Austin's.
lot of bird scooters there.
That's
So for the first time ever,
ridiculous.
Nick didn't do his Uber joke in his set. So I was like, oh, damn it. But it still hit home because the joke's been used so often.
many times.
The biggest thing is, it's like, the joke's great. It's
a good joke.
But it's just in the trailer for Waiting for the Punchline.
Yeah.
It's in Waiting for the Punchline. It's in any of your sets that are online
Yeah.
for our first time doing it or for
It was my
KFL.
closer for a
I
solid 2
think
years.
George Lopez used it once.
But I ended my set with like, all right, I'll leave you with this. Last week I pulled over my car to get a coffee, and a girl got in my back seat because she thought I was her Uber. I didn't know who should be more scared in this situation, but she knew not to be scared because she's heard this joke 1,000 times,
You're a dickhead.
which is funny.
You're an asshole.
But then Gia does her
Don't take it
set.
so personally. Roast shit. Come on, roast dog.
Gia,
I'm Andy.
Gia does her set and nails Nick twice, actually. But she ends her set with this week I got into a car because I thought it was my Uber. And the driver looked like he wanted to have sex with me. There's no joke here. Just be safe out there.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing, though, when she got you the first time was her opening bit was kind of doing this whole like, I'm Gia Harris, I'm Tim Gettys' fiance. If you don't know who Tim Gettys is, he's the guy that does the podcast. You know, he does the Let's Plays. He's the guy that sits at the table, talks to the guys with really unqualified opinions. No, he's the tall white guy with the beard.
Yeah.
No, it's not Adam Kovic. No, it's not Bruce Green.
That is so
no,
funny,
it's
buddy.
not Greg Miller. No, it's not Nick Scarpino. I said he was tall.
Wow.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Now the thing
good.
about it is this: when your friends reach out and they go, "Hey, I've always had a dream to do this, and you're the one person in my life that can facilitate this," and you go, "You know, I do have 15 other more qualified people that I could put on this list, but you know what? I'll squeeze you in because I love you. You're a friend of mine. You're the fiance of one of my best friends, and you mean a lot to me." And so I go out of my way to put these people on this list, and what do? Greg Miller? They fuck me. They fuck me right in the face.
What you expect?
They fuck me right in the face.
First off, you've been
without-
waiting years to get fucked in the face by Gia Harris. Don't act like
so
it.
hot. She looks like a little. She goes over these little Cheeto outfits like a little snack. You know what I mean? Just give me a Diet Coke and a snack, and I'll put it in my
was her
mouth.
opening line.
Really?
She's like, all I care about is I'm nervous, but at the end of the day, all I care about is getting up here looking like a goddamn snack.
She look like a
She's wearing that
snack.
Cheetos thing from your thing. Yeah. That's a good move. That's a good move.
looks-
I need to come back to it, Nick. You do need to wear glasses because
I'm wearing
it's
them from now
turning
on.
me on right now.
You're looking
I'm wearing
like
it from now on.
I've always been turned on by it, but you're nailing it right now.
The singularity, the point at which we all combine into one human being, is getting that much closer.
Getting closer.
We are
closer.
now that person.
You know what I mean? But here's the thing: is like, do you watch Handmaid's Tale?
No, it's too depressing.
But
for
you
me.
remember Billy Madison. And you remember West
sure.
Wing. You
Yes.
remember Bradley Whitford
Yeah,
from
that
both
piece
those
of
things.
shit. I love him. He's
He's
a great
a great
actor.
dude. He's
Great
not a
actor.
piece of shit.
He's always a piece of shit. And
Not in West Wing.
But the
Not in
Bradley
West
Whitford.
Wing.
Bradley Whitford is a piece of shit. In Happy Madison?
Happy Gilmore, yeah.
Whatever.
Anyways, though, he's looking like an older version of you right now in Handmaid's Tale because he's all white, but he wears glasses like this, and it's like, yeah, I can get down with that.
He was
I
in Get
like that.
Out. Also, great movie.
He was in Get Out. That's a much better reference. That's way easier to nail
Way more
because he
contemporary.
looks literally exactly like that in Handmaid's Tale. So there you go.
Handmaid's-
Wasn't a piece of shit in that. There you go.
No.
Joey,
but-
Yeah.
It's
we gonna
time.
do this?
Oh, we're doing the taste test of Hibiscus. If you're just
Hibiscus,
joining us somehow,
Lacroix.
let me tell you, we have the new Lacroix. It's Hibiscus. Lacroix sparkling water, pronounced Lacroix, was developed to give health-conscious consumers refreshment flavor and a sparkle, blah, 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 blah. Hibiscus will soon be available nationwide, and we're excited to share it with you.
the first new
Smells
LaCroix
good.
flavor since Key Lime.
How long ago was that?
Many years ago.
Jesus.
It feels
many?
like.
Maybe a year, maybe two.
So I'm very excited about this, especially because hibiscus is a type of tea, if I'm correct.
Nope.
It's a flower.
But like the hibiscus tea is
There
like
is a
how
hibiscus
you
tea?
know
That's
how
a
you
thing.
that's how you're familiar with the flavor. People don't talk about hibiscus flowers in any other sense.
You know, I've been drinking a lot of cocktails that have hibiscus in it.
and you gotta like it.
Nick.
I like it because it's a subtle thing, which is my
Yeah.
favorite type of LaCroix, is the more subtle ones.
I mean,
So let's get
LaCroix
right
in
into it.
general is subtle.
I'm
liking the smell.
LaCroix. Drinking.
LaCroix. Drinking.
We were on
I'm
the
into
same
it.
page.
I am definitely into it. I wouldn't put it on the subtle page though. This has a taste.
It has some like cherry undertones.
It does. It does. This tastes more like a flower than I would say the hibiscus tea does.
Yeah. It's very refreshing.
That's
It's
one
a
of the
good
stronger
summer.
LaCroix flavors.
Yeah.
Usually people make fun of LaCroix for being a very weak flavor. This is a
straight up
stronger one.
hibiscus. Okay, cool.
I
Thank
can
you,
see this
LaCroix.
is a good cocktail mixer.
We made it. Oh, I can imagine that. I got some bourbon.
Do you
right
want me,
here.
I'll pour some bourbons in
I
there.
don't know that that
Oh,
would
you already
be.
got it. You
I
already
feel like
got
it's
it.
a
You're
vodka
good. You're good.
mixer.
Yeah.
Like you. I like where your head's at. You know what I mean? Nick,
Yeah.
you said something interesting a second ago,
yeah.
and I want to call you out on it.
Let's go.
Is Tim one of your best friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys all are.
Come on now.
I mean, as far as like as the time I spend with human beings. And if I'm being 100% honest, I don't have any other friends, so you guys
Sure,
are by
that's fair.
default my best friends.
By default, we rise to the top. Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
said
yeah.
a long time ago. You guys are less best friends, more family at this point. You know what I mean? Where it's
100%,
like I
yeah.
love spending time with you, but when I get to be away from you, it's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Although
yeah,
I do
thank God.
feel, and maybe I'm overstepping my bounds here, but I do feel like if you were to have a second wedding, I would be in the running for best man. I'm not necessarily saying I would be, because the thing is, you got your old people that
Well, you would
always have
definitely
to
be
in, there.
in the groomsman party. You
Yes.
both would.
You definitely would not be the best man. Matt Scarpino would throw a fucking bitch fit.
And that's the thing. He would have to. I would
Really?
not. The
Who,
sheer,
was he best man at yours?
Yeah. Oh. Well, I didn't really have a best man. 'cause
Have you
I had
met
a very
Matt?
small
Can
wedding.
you imagine him not being? Or what the shit Nick would have to put up with? Her?
My
I
brother
understand.
sends me 18 texts to figure out what time dinner is. Can you imagine the shit I would have to put up with if he wasn't my best man? It would be the amount of guilt that I no, forget about it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But if I had a bigger wedding, yeah, you guys would all be in the wedding party at this point.
I thought about this. I was thinking about this recently because I don't think it was the podcast I did a bunch of podcasts that day where you all got to go have fun at RTX, where I kept working. Everybody else went and had fun. They ate food. It was great. But I didn't.
we went to Uncle Julio's. It was fantastic.
Exactly. It sounds like it was a really good time.
A lot of people were like, "Hey, but Greg's panel," and then I was like, "But Uncle Julio's," and Joey goes, "You know what? You're right," and just came
And
with
some
us.
of us did both.
Fair. Oh,
Most
good job,
of us
Joe.
did both.
Good job, Joe. I said
Not
good
all
job,
of
Joe.
us, though.
I was there.
I appreciate that you, and that's why I like
Kevin,
I was
by the way,
support. I
I wa-
ran support.
I
on
want to
that
say one of the
panel.
most endearing things that happened before, and keep your story because it's great. One of the most endearing things that happened is I look over at Kevin, and he's halfway through his meal, and we all get up to leave, and he doesn't proceed to eat the rest of it. And then later that night, he goes, "I was so nervous to go up at the comedy show that I didn't eat half my food." So that's how you know he was telling the truth.
In a real quick timeout too, because you need to tell the story again here, but I also need it from the epilogue. I'm going to start at the epilogue.
Kevin's cousins
God fucking kidding. They're not my family.
I might have misunderstood. We were all kind of drunk at the industry party, so I was getting information haphazardly. People yelling at me. Were you telling me that Kevin wore his split shorts on stage for comedy?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, that was me just fucking with you.
Thank you.
No.
I was very confused, Joey. I was very, very confused.
No, Kevin rocked like the Kind of Funny 1.0 shirt, I think.
Now, please then rewind and tell the world about how Kevin split his shorts.
Oh, that was great. So, end of
Because
night.
again, our RTX panel's not recorded, so we'll just recycle the content right here.
Exactly.
Snow Mike
Perfect.
Mike's very funny. Andy sucks and likes Funhouse.
Don't know the Spartacus
That was
joke.
great. That was a great bit. No, the end of the night one. We're all a little drunk. We all wanted food. It's, of course, 4th of July. And we had gotten out of, we got out of Achievement Hunter Live. And when we went in, no one was in this town. We leave. Everyone's fucking coming back from some pool party that I didn't get invited to. The entire downtown Austin is flooded with people,
Fucking
right?
fake nerd boy.
We're trying to find, I'm like, Joey and I are going down the Rolodex of restaurants that could be open right now. Frank, closed forever.
It's gone forever, yeah.
Gordo's.
Gone forever.
It was 4th of July, too.
Okay, everything's closing early. It's a holiday. I'm like, guys, I'm just gonna call it right now. The only place we can go that's gonna be open
Salvation, some would say.
is gonna be IHOP.
That was a very adult call.
And everyone fought me on it, but eventually I was like, we're gonna go to IHOP. There's nothing else is open, right? We go to IHOP. IHOP's down a cook. It takes us 2 hours to get out of that, right? They're down a cook.
What a great way to put that.
Okay.
Dude cut his hand off in a deli meat
I
slicer.
don't know what the fuck happened to this guy, but it took us 2 hours to get to the point where like the fun of going to IHOP just had worn off. A solid hour into this, and we just want our fucking.
You didn't
food.
want your shitty fucking frozen then fried mozzarella sticks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I left it to Kevin to order appetizers. I said, Kevin, all I want is mozzarella sticks. He goes, don't worry, I got you. He ordered 2 sampler platters. I was like, why?
First
Why
of all,
not just get
I hate
400
you.
mozzarella
There's
sticks?
no reason to put it on me. It was Joey, I think, that ordered it. Why?
Joey,
I don't-
I'm sorry, Kevin.
I don't know.
I
You see what I
apologize,
mean?
Joey. You failed me for the last time. Okay, it was first.
Listen, if I'm-
it was the Deadpool 2 movie screening that screened
Oh my
way too
God,
Jesus
the tiniest movie
and
theater
now
ever.
this is strike 2.
If
I'm
I'm-
just saying.
here's the
If you
thing.
were going to jail, this
Here's
would be
the
for life.
thing.
You failed me for the
Here's
last
the
time.
thing.
Here's strike 2.
We're walking to IHOP. Nick, as we're getting there, is like, I'm gonna go get D, then I'm gonna come back. I was like, are you really
I
coming
realized that
back?
my wife came to IHOP.
Are you
Yeah,
really
she
coming
came?
back? Yes. The whole time I was
Wow.
thinking, Nick is gonna use this as an excuse to go back to the hotel and not come
And
out.
never come
Sometimes
back.
You do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, there was a possibility.
So I
but-
kind of was just banking on the fact that you weren't gonna come, and then everybody else wanted a sampler
But
powder.
don't worry. Nick got all the food he needed because when everyone was done, he ate everyone's pancakes.
I was like, Alyssa, what's going on with that last pancake and that other half-eaten pancake? And she's like, I don't know. So between Kevin and I, the food started
No.
filtering downward. And you had some.
And by between
I
Kevin
had
and
a
him, he means
sausage.
him and Danielle.
We ate. Me
I
and
had
Danielle.
a sausage off.
It was like the table was this way,
Sure,
and all
yeah,
the food
yeah,
started
yeah,
coming
yeah.
toward me. I was snacky. It was good.
A quick time out, and I want you to get back to the Kevin splitting his pants being an idiot.
Yeah.
Is the fact that this is the problem with people and leftover food. Is I finally had to pull Jen aside after breakfast day one, where I was like, she blew my mind for the first time ever in our relationship. I of course look at the menu. What do I want for breakfast? Eggs Benny. Greg Miller's gonna get the eggs Benny 9 out of 10 times, and she's like, you know what? I'm doing the eggs Benny too. And I was like, holy fucking shit, here we fucking go. I've turned her. And then I destroy mine, of course. And I watch her nibble. She gets to the first one, gets to the second one, and there's a little bit less than half left. But I see it sitting there. And it's that thing where it's like, I don't want to be rude and ask yet, because I definitely want that half
I
eggs
definitely
Benny.
want it, yeah.
But I don't want to be rude and force her, because I know Jen will just give it to me, right? Jen would have given me the first 2 before she even
Yeah,
ate them if I
yeah,
asked
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
So I wait. And finally the waiter comes by and like, are you all done here? And she goes, yes, and hands it to him. I'm like, fuck!
Wait,
Why don't you just stop?
And so
Yeah,
afterwards,
why
I had to
don't
be
you
like,
stop?
listen, no, this waiter, like, I didn't want to be that
gives a
guy.
fuck?
You know what I mean?
Come on, no,
I was already looking cool. I bought Rooster Teeth fans next to his lunch. or breakfast. I can't also be like, you know what?
So
Give me their
nice.
leftovers too. All right, I'm a trash bag.
I mean, you bought it in the breakfast though, so
Well, I kind of own them. You know what I mean?
Technically, you know what I mean? You get
Jesus
to-
Christ, she was 14.
prima brecta or whatever. it
Prima
is.
Brecta.
Gets
That's
you.
more sense. That makes more sense.
So we leave the IHOP.
Even though I guess technically that would be me taking the first bite off their plates.
That's what you gotta do. Prima Brecta. We leave the IHOP, satiated but totally disappointed with this entire IHOP experience. Because you think IHOP
As usual.
Hashtag
No,
IHOP.
because last year's IHOP experience was one Andrew and Renee whining that we weren't going to a real restaurant because Joey failed us for the second time and we took us the wrong via 313 and it was closed.
Maybe if you just pull out your phone and look stuff up yourself.
Joey, I'm not the phone guy. You're the phone guy. You understand me? You're the phone guy.
Joey,
Okay.
why-
Got you.
Brian,
You are the
you're
phone
give me
guy.
another raise. That'd be great.
Last year's, Joey, you're not gonna get a raise. Last year's adventure was what I like to call the turnaround of Andrew Renee. She walked in and goes,
She sucked up until then.
I don't like IHOP. I'm bougie high class. And then bartender Andrew and Renee came out, wants those pancakes at the table, and we fucked some shit up together. And it was a blast. And we were loud. People were coming over because they wanted to be part of our party. We saw that laser guy from the YouTube.
Grimecraft.
No, the guy that
Bernie Burns, Laser Team.
Lannon.
Laser beam, mate.
Liza. It's like, hey, what's a pancake? I'm like, hey, try one of these.
Make my cake.
We don't have pancakes in my country because we don't have heat yet.
These are all facts.
We leave IHOP. We're whatever. We're tired. We're just tired at this point and full. Go up the elevator. Okay.
This is this year or last year with Andrew and
This year. Okay. We go to Kevin's floor. I think Kevin's on 19. I'm on 21.
I'm on
right.
9.
Now, Kevin, Kevin sometimes tries to move just a little faster than his body will allow.
It's all the time.
Sometimes.
Just a little bit faster. Like this morning when he was just ping-ponging back and forth when you guys were doing every podcast.
What the hell are you talking about?
He gets out.
Why do you need to make
But actually, it was
apart?
before we even go into the elevator. He decides he's going to take his card out of his pocket real fast and throw it to his other hand. Like a magic trick, right? Of course, the other hand can't keep up with the first hand of the brain, and the card goes flying. So Kevin looks at me and goes, ha, and slides over like a fucking umpire, like an umpire in a baseball game. Slides over to get the car, and then just goes, oh no. I just hear, oh no. And then he does the Kevin Coyle thing, and also, to be fair, the Nick Scarpino thing. The quick look. Did anyone see that? And of course, like daggers in my eyes, I'm like, I fucking saw it, and I know exactly what happened, and I'm already getting my camera out to take a picture because I know Greg's had a bad day. Missed his flight this morning.
I honestly had a wonderful day.
And I'm gonna take a picture of this. Now we go to get in the elevator, and Kevin's doing I put my pants walk. I don't want anyone to see, so he's staying forward to me the entire time. Like I'm trying to flank behind him to get this picture.
It's like the haunted
And
mansion.
he's doing I put my pants thing. We get in there, we're laughing our ass off because he has split his pants. He has split his shorts from the belt all the way to the crotch line.
Which I believe you called neck to nuts on the panel. And I was like, that's the best way.
And so he's talking, and we're laughing our asses off. I'm still a little drunk. And then it hits me that there's two other civilians in the elevator as well.
Normies, as we call them.
And I take it up a notch. I'm like, come on, Kevin, show me your ass. Show me the ass. Show me the ass crack. And the doors open to 9, and Kevin leaves the elevator backward, still facing me, so I can't get a shot of his butt.
Yeah.
It was a great night.
Sounds like a great
I
time.
thought you were recording a video, so at the last second, I turned around and flashed you my ripped out.
Oh, no, I didn't catch it. I was trying to just take a picture for the Insta. For the gram.
For the gram. You gotta
just
do
like the
the
time that Andy spilled an entire Diet Coke on your crotch, and instead of helping, I just took pictures, closer up pictures of your crotch. That was fun.
What an RTX.
What an asshole.
RDX is always fun. You
It was
know what
fun.
I mean?
No, but the comedy night went great. How was your panel with Michael?
I was wondering where we started. I couldn't even
comedy
remember.
night, yeah,
No, it
yeah,
doesn't even matter. The panel with Michael was amazing.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
The panel was entitled "Let's Just See What Happens," something like that.
Yeah. So on Twitter,
And shocker, you took your shirt off and Michael took his shirt
actually,
off. And
the
you guys
audience demanded it, and he took his first.
rubbed your bellies together
We
really
rubbed our
slowly.
nips together.
At first,
you
I
got
thought
a bad Reddit report.
At first, I
Nip to
thought
nip.
that it was a picture, but it turns out it was a video. You guys were just doing it so slowly, the motion was barely visible.
Yeah, no, the Michael panel was amazing. It was MQ Ruby on Twitter. Michael, another Mike, had a long time ago tweeted, man, it'd be awesome to see that Mike, at Michael and at Greg do a panel or whatever. And so I took that and just submitted it to Rooster Teeth and was like, let's do a panel. And I'm like, all right, cool. And apparently, according to just Scuttlebutt, but according to Scuttlebutt on Twitter, when they put up the line things, we were the fastest cap line. Meaning that next year when we do part 2, we're going to have to be in a way bigger theater.
You're both very
Undeniably,
popular.
and I'm not just saying this, one of the best panels I have ever seen across any convention, period. It was just perfect energy, them going back and forth. There was just so many moments that you can't plan for, which was the entire fucking thing because there was no plan.
Andy, as usual, came in late, so we screamed at him for a long time.
But
son of a
my
bitch.
favorite thing of the
Son of a
entire
bitch.
panel was Snowbike Mike.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because
God, I forgot. I didn't forget, but I didn't
This
think
is towards the end of the panel. They've been drinking. They probably down an
We
entire
chugged a bunch of
6-pack
beers, yeah.
each.
Well, I saw
right?
you guys daring each other. Like at one point, it was just a look, and then who could chug it faster?
There's that great photo. Do you
That's
remember
funny.
the name off the top of the head? It's on my Twitter or Instagram right now of me. It's Michael finishing his chug and me throwing my chugged beer. I'll look it up. Anyways.
Tell
It
you
was
what,
fantastic.
I had to take those glasses off. Wearing
so-
glasses sucks.
So we get towards the end of the panel, and then they are about to open it to Q&A, but they never actually did a Q&A. Instead,
Connor MacRae Media has a bunch of great photos from this.
Instead, Greg at some point just kind of goes like, let's do some Q&A from the audience. You, sir, do you have a question? And he points.
No. I yelled at MQ Ruby, who was like, I don't have anything. And me and Michael, of course, like one of the things we joked about earlier is that people just wanted us to yell at people. So this is our chance to be like, you wanted this panel. It's been months. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, fine. I was like, Snowbike Mike, what question do you have?
And Snowbike Mike, like a fucking prairie dog, pops up and he just goes, what's up, guys? We're having a great panel here. Greg and Michael been killing it up there. Blah, blah, like just honestly nailing it like he always does. Yeah. But without...
He's like, who do you think would win in a fight?
He's like, what would win in a fight? A bear or a gorilla? And he just sits down. And I have never seen Michael so befuddled. Just looking at this like, what the fuck just happened?
Can I interject? It's because the Achievement Hunter guys have never seen real talent.
Snowbike Mike.
I mean, you're not far off because what Michael's response is then to go on like a 1.5-minute tirade about like, that's what I'm talking about. I've been to 14 RTXs, every RTX. That's the most elegant question I've ever heard. And you just called it out of the blue. Are you paying these people to be here? It's the kind of funny best friends. They're the most insane fans I've ever seen. And it was like, yes, that's what we do. That's who we are. That's who you guys are. I have a personal relationship with each and every one of you that I could be like, oh yeah, and this guy, and this is our panel, but this guy and that guy, like, that's his dad. He had me sign an indulgence in Latin that I don't remember. But
sorry, because I want to hear the rest of the story. Before you were on the show, though, because you were just taking a break because you did 18 hours podcast coming into this, I made sure to give Rhiannon a ration of shit for leaving our panel 5 minutes into the panel to go to the retro replay panel that, by the way, if you do the math, hadn't started yet.
If you would have supported Greg Miller and come to the retro replay panel, I did the exact same thing when I came out.
Bring you that fucking beer.
Well, you weren't there for when I came out, I thought.
Well, you go, hey, I'm gonna bring right here, bring me the beer, right? And if I'm not here, I'll be up on stage. You were in neither places. You were backstage, and I was like, how long do I have to sit in this goddamn cold room and freeze my ass off? And then Tim went like this. You want to get some Uncle Julio's? And I was like, yeah, that's a better idea.
You all made the right decision. I'm just saying I did the exact same thing because that's what we need to do to Rihanna.
Yeah.
Of where she literally, I came out, I'm like, where's Ree? And she stood up. I'm like, I turned to Troy and Nolan. Me and Troy and Nolan had this thing planned. I came out, I'm like, not even unbeknownst to them, where's Ree? She stands up, I'm like, guys, I married her and her husband, and she left my panel for years.
Yeah.
And then I was like, where's Kate? And she's still, I'm like, I married her and Zach. She didn't even come to my panel.
Just saying, if you do the math, our panel started a solid hour and a half before the retro replay panel started. Left 5 minutes into our panel, which means she had plenty of time to shop, take a nap, maybe sit by the pool.
I think she did some cosplay photos.
She probably cosplayed a little bit. I think she went over and met Darshell and Jessica, and they all became friends. They became friends. She made friends in the time it took her to not be at our panel.
The long and short of the RTX experience was this. I remember during the panel, I divorced Gifted Dim and I divorced Zach, and that was the end of it. They're done. And then I said, who else wants? And a whole bunch of other people stood up. I'm like, I'm so sorry, and I divorced all them too.
I think I'm officially
the
divorced.
long and short of RTX is what I've decided is the next event I go to with Joey Noelle.
Lock them in chains.
I'm ride or die with Joey Noelle. I just want to see what her life is like. Because she's up to shit. I don't even know what's going on. You know what I mean?
It's a lot.
We're gonna play some Pokemon Go.
It sounds like my life. It's a good life, Greg.
Oh yeah, it's
you just
great.
you're just like whatever Joey's doing, I go where Joey goes.
Yeah, no, it's great.
We got some solid pool time. Got some breakfast mimosas.
I did get the pool time before I left. That was a lot of fun. I can see why you guys like that.
Yeah, we did that. Did some IHOP. Did a lot of hotel bar drinking.
Yeah, fair.
A lot of that.
That's good.
Just seeing the people, you know.
You gotta get there, press the flesh, as they say.
Man of the people.
Joey Noelle.
Obviously cool, Greg.
Oh,
literally out there with the best friends the entire time. But more so than that, Andy Cortez, I want to give a shout out to, who
for coming late to our panel.
Jesus shit,
late to the Michael panel.
Late to all the. Well, of course, it's Andy. But he stayed out until approximately 4 a.m. the night of the party.
Sounds about right.
The industry party?
Yeah. Oh. Andy Cortez.
I'm surprised he wasn't b-balling or
that falls asleep at like 10:57 on the dot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it.
He streams super late, though.
Well, he'll wake up later than stream, but it's like going out.
It's the heat.
Fuck no. He'll never stay out. He stayed out the entire time. Stayed out past us staying out.
He was in Cool Greg time.
He was with Cool Greg.
Oh, no, I don't believe. Cool Greg? That I don't believe for
like
a goddamn
3
second. No, impossible.
Yeah.
What were they doing?
Outside of the
Hanging
hotel.
out.
No,
with
impossible.
Mike
I don't believe it. Cool Greg, get on the shock mic. You're not in trouble, Cool Greg. We're not asking you to narc. What? I can't imagine you and Andy Cortez out on the town in Austin. What were you guys getting up to?
So I was just drunk with a bunch of them, but mainly with King Franchise because it was his birthday.
Sure,
So
Andrew
at about
Francis.
like 2:30, we look over and we're in front of the Fairmont because we had nowhere else to go. And Andy just walks up and he chops it up with us for about an hour and a half, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got 2 pictures of him talking to King Franchise, and it sums up how annoyed and out of it he was, like in a jokingly way, just like, oh my God. 'Cause
Yeah.
he was tired, but he was giving it his all,
Yeah. It's long gone now, but a similar story would be my Instagram on that final night after industry party where I came home. You saw this?
Oh, I saw it, and then Barrett walked into our room.
Where I came home and I went upstairs and got Porty, and then I crossed into the parking lot to walk Porty, which is like pitch black over there. So I'm walking Porty, and then I see one sad boy Barrett sitting on the ground smoking, and in the most Nick voice I can go is like, Barrett, who are you calling? And he does this. And like looks around and he just like, there's one group, I don't know, 50 yards away. And so he's like, it must be them. It starts walking towards these strangers. And that's when I busted out my phone and Instagram story the entire thing. Like, I just said, Barrett, who are you calling? Now Barrett's walking down there like an idiot. And sure enough, he just walks over and he's like, and then I was like, you're a fucking idiot, Barrett. And the next morning I woke up to him responding on Instagram stories, a direct message like, well, the joke's on you because I made some new friends.
Yeah,
and I
that's
was like,
nice.
all right.
Okay, here's
RTX.
one for friendship. I had the opposite night where I think it was probably around 12 o'clock, and I was like, it'd be really great right now. Via 313.
Oh.
And so I go
Super
over to
close,
so I go over to well, I think there's one that's open late.
Okay.
But I just don't know which one it is because Joey
I know
screwed
which
up
one's
last
open
year.
late.
Rainy?
And didn't
It's
do it.
in a club. Inside of a club.
Okay. I would not know, and here's why. I went. Kevin heard me say that, and he goes, "Are we going to get fucking pizza after this?" I was like, "You know what, Kevin? We're friends for once. We are going to get pizza." I look over, Chloe and Blessing are there. I was like, "Hey, you guys are new, young up and comers. Do you guys want to get some pizza with Uncle Nick?" And they're like, "Sure, that's weird." I told everyone we're getting pizza, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, "You know what? I'm going home." I went back to the hotel and ordered a hamburger. That was it.
Good smart
Oh,
call.
I ordered a hamburger.
Oh,
too.
the hamburger was fucking legit at the
Yeah, it
Fairmont.
was.
Legit. And
After
they give
that-
you a mountain of fries.
After that Michael panel, we first off went way long, so it was like 6:45, 6:50 when we finished. And then comedy night call time was 7:30, which I wasn't part of. So I was like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, let's go get food. I came home and Jen's like, you need a shower. You've been chugging beers on stage. I'm like, great point. I've had 3 panels where I've chugged Stone Cold style beers. Showered, got out. I'm like, oh, it's getting close to the thing. And she's like, no, you have to eat. I'm like, that's a great point. I haven't had a meal all day long, and I've been on camera since 12:30 in the morning or afternoon, whatever. And so I was like, I want Via 313. It's the one thing I want, I need, I've never had. Or not never, but you know what I mean. Like, I haven't had this trip. So we went to the rainy location, got there. I'm like, it's going to take forever. Walked in the back of the bar, and they had the truck, no line. And I walked over, I'm like, and I was like, I want a pepperoni. And Jen's like, I want a Cadillac. I'm like, that's way too much pizza for us. She's like, no, it's not. And it's like, all right, we need a pepperoni Cadillac. He's like, all right, cool. Process the card, hand the card back. She's like, it's going to be an hour. I was like, I'm like, you know what? It's cool. Everybody ate during my panel. I can eat. I'll be there fashionably late for the thing. I don't want my main thing, no offense to everybody else, was I don't want to miss Gia. Gia's the brand new entrant from the Kind of Funny fam. I want to see her do comedy. We went and got the table. Of course, it was RTX, so a million different fans were there. They all came over and said, hey. Jeremy Dooley came in. He didn't want to say hey, but I made him say hey to me. But we're there, and then sure enough, Jed texted me like, oh, fuck, Gia just went. And I was like, all right, well, there's no hurry to get there. But then the problem was that a group of fans got their pizza before us, and it was one of those like, wait, fuck, they said hi to us after we ordered. How'd they get fucking 4 pizzas before we did? And it's that thing of like, I'm trying. My whole thing with RTX was no stress. It's a vacation. I'm not going to do the normal Greg thing where I get hung up on these little shitty things. And so we just chilled. Those guys finished eating, and we're walking. I grabbed them like, hey, and like, oh, bye. And I'm like, yeah, hey, did you order the pizzas before us, or did you order them before we saw you? And like, no, we ordered way after you. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, fucking shit. So sure enough, I walked over there with the number. I'd ask everybody in line, can I get in front of you? Can I get in front of you? They were all like, yeah, sure. And I got up there. I'm like, hey, we're number 20. And they looked around and you saw the panic in their face. And they're like, hold on.
We're out of pizza, sir.
Are you? No. Are you Greg at your email address? I'm like, yeah, exactly. They're like, yeah, sorry. The manager who took the order wrote it down as guy in yellow shirt. And I am in the Kind of Funny games, the Kind of Funny Pride shirt. And they were like, you are not in a yellow shirt. And they grabbed 2 pizzas that were the same pizzas gave to us. I'm like, are you in the area? Like, they were super appreciative and super nice about it. Like, we can, and I'm like, I'm not in the area. So they were like, okay, what I'm going to do is refund it. And yada. I'm like, oh, you don't even need to. It's like, it wasn't even that late. It was like, they said an hour and we were there like an hour 5 in, but it was more the fact that these people did it.
Yeah.
We came back, we ate the pizzas, but then it was that thing of like, well, The interesting party starts at 10 and it's 9:30. So I texted Joe. I'm like, is it worth me coming to the thing even? Like, you know?
No, but I mean, honestly, it was a great show. I'm not saying that's rub it in. We had a really good time.
Oh, no, I know that.
I am very glad you made the right choice, took your time to just relax for a little bit.
Yeah. You've been there. We've all been there. We're going a million miles a minute. And again,
so many different things.
12:30 to 6:30 or 6:45, I was on camera or whatever.
Like, obviously,
I felt like an ass, but it was also like, I need to eat food.
I mean, the second I saw your panel started at like 5:30, I'm like, whatever Greg needs to do, it's fine.
And next year, I want to do it again. I want to come back. I want to do comedy again. Yeah,
sure.
So we went to get via 313 first night. It was me.
And can we just say how good it is?
I have never had it.
I didn't end up
Still never
it.
fucking.
Praise God, Square Pie Guys is here now in SF. Also, shout out to Square Pie Guys and that pizza slice thing who went and watched last week's Kind of Funny podcast when apparently all of you best friends flooded into that Instagram. And they're
Did
like,
they go with your?
who the fuck are these people? No, they picked somebody else. It was shit. I'll look it up. But they picked somebody else.
Okay.
They didn't pick Jen though. So
Alfredo,
I was right.
Jackie, me, and Andy, night one, and Gia. End up trying to get into getting some oh no, Gio was there. Doesn't matter. Trying to get some via 313. We're looking, the only one open is on this random ass place. We're like, fuck it, we'll try. We take the Uber there, and then we realize like everywhere around us is a fucking like club. And I was like, great. And we're trying to find it, and I get the feeling eventually because we can't find the address.
Was it on Rainy Street or no?
No.
Okay.
I was just like, all right, I have a feeling that it's going to be inside this club. So I asked the bouncer, I'm like, is the via 313 in here? And he's like, it is. I'm like, great.
That sucks.
Hot as fuck because it's an outside club.
No, thank you.
We go in and we get in line, wait for about 10 minutes in this line, which is fine. I was like, whatever. Hey, we're about to get this fucking pizza. We get there. The guy says it's going to be 50 minutes. And we're like,
do they have to cook the pizza? Like they have to make the
It's
pizza?
just that they're so popular. It's
Yeah.
similar to like, again, Square Pie Guys, which I'm not even trying to give like credit to right now. But like, I think it's just the ovens are so small for what they do that they can only do so many at a time. By the way, the winning thing from last week actually was be there, be square.
That's pretty good. That's
Now
really
that's
good.
now to be clear again, this is the slogan on Slice of SF. I don't think it's the official slogan of Square Pie Guys.
That's really good. That's a good one. You guys.
but
picked
yeah,
the right
so
one.
then after that, we're just like, fuck it, we're on the Pluckers. And we did. It was fucking
God,
excellent.
that was the thing. Is
Spicy
all I want.
lemon pepper chicken wings, man.
I know you guys made the right choice.
I wanted
Just-
V1 free
that
and I
night.
wanted Pluckers, and I only got one of them on the
So good. So good. But I wanted that pizza, man.
And that was the thing the next morning where I ran into Andy and he's like, yeah, we went to Pluckers. It was amazing. I got fucked up. And I was like, holy shit, you were like wasted? He's like, no, I ate too many chicken wings. To the point that I was like, I ate the last pickle slice and he's like, I shouldn't have done that. And
Yeah,
he talked about
he did eat a
somebody
lot.
else came home. I guess he ran into people in the lobby and couldn't like walk straight because he'd eaten too much. And I was like, that's my man.
That's fucking
That's my
great.
little boy right there.
Cortez.
God bless
That's
him.
the Hispanic heartthrob.
I don't
you know
think
what I
Andy
mean?
likes me.
I don't think Andy likes any of us, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
just
for a
get-
while I thought it was his gimmick, but then
Yeah.
it's like, no, you just do not like us.
Yeah, I think he actually would prefer to work for Funhouse.
100%.
Yeah.
That is not even a joke anymore, but he's stuck here, so fuck him.
Welcome.
Stucker.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast. If you like that, go to patreon.com/Connie. Of course, you can get, I'm leaving off a lot of last syllables, I've noticed. But again, you'll say it's because I'm drunk. I actually think I'm more sober now that I've been drinking the Lacroix and water.
Hibiscus.
But I digress. You go to patreon.com/kindafunny. You can get the pre and post shows there. You can get it ad free. You can get it early before anybody else, including this live recording. If you don't want to give us any bucks, no big deal. You can head over to youtube.com/kindafunny where the brand new show, We Have Cool Friends, is. You can check out that Brian Foster episode right now. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Right now, we got to do the post show for this very show. So if you want to go to Patreon and catch that and see what happens next, great. If you don't, no big deal. But no, until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Is Greg more drunk or more sober? Let us know in the comments.
I feel like I'm more sober, but I'll take the
I think you're
constructive
tired
criticism.
now. I think you're tired now.
Ooh, that's a good point, probably. Yeah, I'm probably sobering up and getting tired.
I'm getting
I'm going to have
tired.
another one of these because they are really good.